Just gonna give a second to let some people start trickling in. I gotta make sure I balance the audio too, of course. Faith, welcome to the stream. I've been seeing you commenting on the reviews all week. And then I uploaded a game called Faith the other day. How about that? Give me 1 second to make sure I'm not too close to my mic or anything. Alright, audio sounds decent, honestly. T.I. Lee, ready for spooks. You know it. I am so happy. I went to Aldi's today, and they had 2 of the packs of the special sparkling apple cider left, and I got one that was, what is this, spiked with cranberry? So it's like a little more bitter, but I like bitter drinks, so I'll take it. I'm just going to lower my audio a little bit real quick, because I know I'm like right in front of the mic. Whew. I've been watching all your reviews videos. Yeah, I don't know if you have already, but don't watch Danger by Design. We had a horrible audio corruption, and at the time we were recording it off such a bad computer, and we had no way to fix it. So just don't bother with the Danger by Design review. I should honestly just unlist that and then like reshoot it with Julian. Savannah Bowen, so excited to finally make it to a stream. This is my favorite game. It's a great game for sure. Of the 3 people that I've successfully started on the Nancy Drew series, this has been the game that I started all of them on. This was Kaylee's first game, this was Kaylee's friend's first game, and then some third person who I can't remember at this time. I'm sorry, third person, but you just weren't memorable. Oh no, Faith watched the Danger by Design stream. I'm so sorry. Oh man. You know, Julian and I have actually been talking about when we find the time, which may not be for a while, we might go back and remaster or revisit a lot of our reviews, and we would like take the old ones off our channel and just put a link to them in the description of the new ones in case for some reason people wanted to see our atrocious editing back in the day, because all those reviews were edited off of like a 2014 Dell Latitude or something, and half the time we would just lose all our progress when it crashed. Savannah says, I started my husband on this game. So there you go, your husband was the third one. Okay, Sophia's here. Sophia Applegate. I don't know if that's your real name or if that's just the clever nod to Haunted Mansion. Anyways, I think we've got our audio in order, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start moving into this one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think 26, Tomb of the Lost Queen, was the first game to feature this, the modern Nancy Drew layout, or at least it was modern up until game 32. One of the best games, eager to see what ending you choose. That's a good point. I don't think we'll beat it today. But I usually finish up the streams with a Monday stream, because Monday is like my one weekday that I'm off work. So we'll come to that then. Okay, anyways, let me just take a look at this real quick, because, yeah, okay, so this is a fresh game for me. I just installed this off of Big Fish like an hour ago. I do like that Big Fish doesn't charge you an extended download service, at least not one that I found yet. All Applegates are related according to our familial lore. Okay, Sophia. Let's see. Okay, then. Yeah, I'm used to just, like, messing around on the desk, eating chocolates, and, you know, looking at the case file and stuff, but I guess we don't get that this game. So, let's go ahead and jump in. Master Sleuth is, what we're gonna do. Oh, look at that. We get a basic task list. That's better than no task list. It's just gonna say, find Jessalyn and nothing else, I swear to God. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, that's right. Nothing actually happens until I answer the phone.
What time is it?
Late.
Savannah? Is that you? What's wrong?
I got a case for you.
Can it wait until later?
I'm sorry, it can't. There's been a kidnapping. A girl just a little older than you.
Shouldn't the police be taking care of this?
There's only so much they can do, and she needs to be found before something bad happens.
What do you mean?
The call came in for me, but I can't go. Thornton Hall is a dangerous place for people like me.
Ghost hunters, you mean? So people think it's haunted?
They know. Jessalyn needs someone who ain't afraid to run after her. That ain't me. What I'm asking of you is dangerous.
After everything you did for me in Japan, I'll do it.
Aw,
Thank you.
the throwback.
Drive to the airport now. I'll arrange a ticket. And Nancy, I didn't call you just because you're a good detective. I called you because you're a skeptic. Thornton Hall is no place for anyone who believes.
Well, then you called the right detective.
I'm serious. You think long and hard about that before you get on that plane. If what you find on the island is going to get to you, don't go. Stay home.
Don't worry, I'm on the case.
And there goes Nancy again. Kind of convenient that we played Water's Edge right before this one.
You sure about this?
I am.
Watch yourself around the Thorntons. They earn their bad reputation.
Well, thanks for being concerned. I should be okay.
Well, it depends who's here. Hope for your sake Wade's not skulking around. Or
Wade.
that loony bin reject Harper. But it's Charlotte you best watch for. Black Rock Island belongs to her now. Has ever since the night the fire took her. Take care now.
You gotta love the friendly ferryman and the night missing good luck guy from Blackmore. It feels like they're one and the same. Alright, savor the screen, everybody. This is the only time that we get to be outside the manor. Or outside the property line. Oh, man. This is one of the games that I remember when it came out. And, that's not many of the games for me because I'm a young Broncan buck. I wasn't around for half this franchise as they were being released. Cemeteries that way. Suspicious hedge over here. That's definitely not going to be important later. I think the first game that I remember as it came out was probably Alibi and Ashes. Maybe Captive Curse. Yeah, that makes sense. Tomb of the Lost Queen was the first game that I was like super psyched for because it looked like it was going to be like an Indiana Jones game or something. All right, well, let's get into the house and see what happens. Oh,
Excuse me?
a person.
Sorry. Of course you're not. I'm just tired.
No, don't be. I'm Nancy.
You're here to help?
Savannah Woodham called me in. She seems to think there's a supernatural explanation to Jessalyn's disappearance.
A couple of days back, that would have earned an eye roll. I'm Colton, the fiancé. Welcome to Thornton Hall. I'd extend you all the courtesies of the Thornton clan, but we seem to be about 20 years too late for that. You might need this. I found it in the house.
So we have a pager or something. It's supposed to be a phone, I guess, but doesn't look like it.
Is this Jessalyn's?
Yeah, it's dead though, and the charger got mangled by something. Maybe you could channel all that inquisitive energy into seeing if you can get that old phone back up and running.
Let's ask a little bit about them. Also, J-Cat's in stream. Hey, J-Cat, what's up? And Carly Small says, the opening of this game reminds me so much of Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Excellent movie. Once we hit our first, like, brain teaser puzzle, I'm just gonna talk nonstop about Scooby-Doo movies. I can already sense it.
Were you and Jessalyn getting married soon?
Yes?
Any chance this is just pre-wedding jitters?
She might have had second thoughts about the wedding.
There goes my dog.
Trust me, everyone does. But she never let anyone worry about her like this. She loved her family more than anything.
I'm actually gonna put this topic on hold because the way Nancy talks about it, it makes more sense if she brings it up later. It's weird how they wrote it.
Goodbye.
Later.
All right, so that was Colton, everyone's favorite preppy young Southern boy. I get the feeling that a lot of people don't like Colton, and I'm kind of one of them. Oh, look, a swing. That probably scared me much more when I played this game as a kid. And I can't move until it finishes. Great. Oh, okay, now I can move. So, ooh, here we go. Hammer. Now, this game, one of my big critiques of it I always remember in the past is that it doesn't feel like there's any real puzzles for like the first 30 minutes you play it. But, you know, I can look past that because there's a lot of great exposition as it is. And if anything, it's a lot of hidden object stuff like that hammer hidden on the porch. Let's see. So, wow, I'm just gonna Let's see. We'll meet with Clara real quick. Oh, I forgot that was gonna happen. I'm just gonna be jumping all over the place to little things like that. So let's go meet with Clara, and we'll get through this preliminary conversation while I turn off my mic for a second and hope that my dog calms down.
You must be Nancy.
Yes, you must be Clara, Jessalyn's mother.
Yes.
I want you to know that I'm here to help you with anything you need.
That's real sweet, hon.
I know you may not want me here since you didn't actually call me yourself.
So long as you help me find Jessalyn, you're welcome under what's left of my roof here.
Who did Jessalyn come here with?
Addison. I tried talking to her, but she was a wreck. Here. She'll have calmed down a bit by now. I hope.
Okay, so according to chat, no one can actually hear my dog, so maybe I'm just being completely paranoid. So in that case, I'll just keep the mic on. Let's see. What do you think happened to Jessalyn?
What do you think happened to Jessalyn?
You wouldn't know by the look of this dump, but we're worth a great deal of money. Well, that's what I thought this was. But then, no, not yet at least. I can't believe I'm praying for a ransom note to show up. It's like someone's trying to punish us.
Why do you say that?
Thornton Hall was once something truly beautiful. But so much greed and tragedy built up in these walls that when they started to crumble, I wanted to save this place, make it mine. But I couldn't. So whoever took Jessie wanted us to sit here in this broken down old house waiting for her.
We'll put that conversation on hold too.
See you later.
Take care.
On most replays, I feel like I have a habit of just getting all conversation topics out right away, but I feel like the game flows a lot better if you kind of parcel them out. So I'm gonna try to be doing that. Here is an old-looking book. Also, JCat says, I know how you feel, Jameson. I was born right before Clock came out, and Tomb was the first game I had to actually wait for. Yeah, I mean, I just remember that Tomb looked so cool. I remember Julian will always say that he called his friends and was like, oh my gosh, this game's coming out that looks so cool. And, like, none of them had ever played Nancy Jr. It's like, Julian, what are you talking about? I was born in 03, so what does that make my game of the year? Was that around Danger on Deception Island, I think? Or maybe it was Ghost Dogs. I'm bad with the years because I know a lot of games came out in the same year. Oh, this is actually a really interesting piece of the lore here. I'll read this real quick. The long, cold night on Black Rock. The years of plenty would soon be upon the Thornton clan, but they would not come without a price. In order to keep a close watch on the production facility, Jeb had a small factory built on the Black Rock property. He did not foresee the potentially disastrous possibilities. When the winds grew cold and the waves made passage back to the mainland difficult, the workers were granted permission to stay overnight in the factory. And here we have a redacted passage completely inked out, ending with the solemn two words, "None survived." And then Sarah was the first to enter the factory the morning after the accident, and never recovered from the shock of what she found within. So, something bad happened on this island to the factory workers, and we will find out more about that as we continue. And JCat says, Carousel and DDI released in 2003. Okay, so I was right about DDI. Wow, I always forget how old Ghost Dogs is. I always feel like that came out in the late 2000s, like 2007 sounds right for that game. Hiriam Thornton, 1867 to 37. Okay, so this is one of the games that has a really, really rich and elaborate story to it that's really difficult to find because it requires a lot of hunting and reading. So I think I'm going to try extra this playthrough to see if I can't learn a couple new things about the Thornton family tree. And yes, we'll have some tea
I need
while
to
we're at
add
it.
some tea first.
No, Auntie, just have a bowl of lime.
Hey, it's just tea, okay? Not gumbo.
I've never actually heard that line. Put more in, Nancy.
My hands say add more, but my heart says no.
Oh well, Nancy's a lightweight. Okay, but she will put down... she is adding enough sugar to take down an elephant. Nancy instantly dies of, like... goes into shock, and they have to call paramedics out to the island from, like, an entire cup of sugar. Alright. So, if I'm not mistaken, this room here, this creepy place is supposed to be the original old cotton factory. This was something. This is the factory floor. I never really understood what this room was because it looks very small to be the factory. And that scared the hell out of me the first time I came in here and saw these hanging bags on the ceiling because they look like body bags. Alright, well, there's a lot of stuff to do in here. First, we have nails very hidden in plain sight on the wall. We can retrieve those with the hammer. So now we have a shit ton of nails. And we have an electricity manual right here. Portable electronic devices are a driving force in the modern age, but the history of the battery can be traced back to 200 BCE and the so-called Baghdad battery, a clay vessel containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod, which showed evidence of corrosion. This object is believed to be an ancient battery, most likely used for electroplating. I have no idea what that is. Still, that's kind of interesting. And so, just a list on how to make homemade batteries here. Coins and vinegar, potatoes and fruit, soda and vinegar, 2 women. I'm just kidding, I know those are fans. Hotel Chatham, 600 rooms. Are there Easter eggs in this book somewhere? I feel like there's always little nods and references to past games hidden in the fine print. That's always fun to stumble across. Well, anyhow, we need to charge this dead phone right here. Which batteries got mangled? Carly says maybe the hauntings are really just Nancy's high blood sugar episode. Yeah, that would make sense. Alternate ending. This is, I totally forget what this thing is supposed to be.
This looks like a painting. I should find somewhere to place it.
That is a painting, though. Nancy's dead on. Okay, we have some tongs there, too. Alright. This is the old cotton gin. Was it Eli Whitney that invented the cotton gin? And then, like, Cyrus McCormick with the automated reaper? These are just things that I learned in 6th grade social studies, and for some reason have never been able to forget. Apple picker, okay. Yeah, pardon me for just having a memory that tortures me. Ooh, look at that. Trowel is also very easy to miss. Or spade, pardon me. Okay, that's just the cotton gin again. What else is in here? A puzzle waiting to happen. The mysterious door of death. Okay, here we go. Thornton family cotton processing. This door is from the barn that housed the equipment for processing the cotton. Many a worker lost their fingers in the processing room. Just add it to the rest of them. Put it on their tab.
That didn't sound good.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You're goddamn right, Carly. Oh my god. God bless historical facts and stuff that you learned in school that no one will ever forget. It will follow me to the grave. Oh, here we go. Turpentine, pure gum spirits for thinning paints, varnishes, and enamels. What does that say? Tito Tino? Kind of looks like it's a 7. Probably just a weird font. Okay, hopefully there's everything in there. Hang on, real quick. What's this thing? That looks like it's a letter just stuck to the wall. It's probably nothing. Alright, a lot of different directions we can go in now. We'll have a look upstairs first. So, let's see.
It looks like the painting is missing.
Well, lucky for you, Nancy, I have a missing painting. So here we have Franklin Thornton. I want to try to keep a tab on who did what in the Thornton family tree, because I have a very loose understanding. Here we have a bag of cotton. Huh. That seems very useful. And then this is Nancy's quarters up here. That's actually really pretty outside the window. And, empty box there. Isn't there supposed to be something on here for Nancy? A package from Savannah? Maybe that doesn't come on yet. Okay, well anyways, yeah. You can see the spooky property line outside the windows. And over here, down the hall, we have the dreaded door of Charlotte Thornton. Oh boy. So, we are going to have a lot of stuff going on in this hallway this game. Mariana Thornton. I wonder if that's the same as Marie Thornton. I'm not sure.
What's that smudge? It almost looks like something was painted over.
It may not look like her, but this is a younger Clara. We'll come back to this smudge later. Just for the sake of a healthy sequence in this game, I'm not going to go for it yet. And then we have strange, convoluted lock on the door at the end of the hall. Definitely nothing behind this tarp right here. Don't worry about it. Spooky old grandfather clock. Ooh, a book right here. The Thorntons of Black Rock Island. Alright, you know what? Okay, this is just one page. One entry. I'll read this real quick, because this is actually an interesting piece of lore that most people don't know. The last flight of Karenina and Dodge. Roger Dodge, as he was known to his friends, never let his difficulties stand in his way. As a child, he found he was defined by a persistent stutter that would follow him throughout his life. He'd often state that his difficulties with speech led him to be a somewhat shy child. He grew to be a bookish young man with a deep love for the language. Despite his great intelligence, he struggled to find his place in the world. That changed when he met Mariana in the spring of his freshman year. As a boy, he wrote in a letter sent to a longtime friend, I felt sorry for myself because I couldn't speak. Now I only feel sorry for those who cannot listen. Mariana knows how to listen, and she's taught me how to be heard. By all accounts, Mariana was quite taken with Dodge immediately. According to an oft-told anecdote, Dodge once proclaimed he would love her until the day he could say her name without a single hesitation. On the spot, she declared that he was henceforth to call her Mariana Karenina. The joke solidified into a nickname once the couple noticed the scandalized reactions he received from the stuffier members of the Thornton clan. Always a bit mischievous, Mariana was never quite in step with the rest of the family. She was known for her wicked sense of humor and often envied for the privileged position she held. Usually, the first person that relatives would turn to with a problem, Mariana led the family through many troubled times. But the real trouble began on a stormy night in the middle of winter. Mariana had been asked to meet with the head of a small agricultural company the Thornton business had been hoping to acquire. The papers had been drawn up, but there was still some uncertainty on the part of the company's owners, Madrigal Stock and Grain. Mariana was tasked with assuaging their worries and getting the papers signed. Roger, as usual, was at her side. One can only guess their last moments together. This we know. The small prop plane crashed in an empty field after running into an unexpectedly strong storm. All 4 passengers died on impact, along with the 2-person flight crew. Those who knew the pair knew that at the very least they must have been relieved to have each other's company in those last moments, as the plane fluttered down from the sky. And, though it doesn't say it in the book, Roger and Marie were the parents of Charlotte and Harper. So that right there is a spooky piece of sad Thornton lore that I don't believe many people know. What's chat saying? Anna Brown, born in 98, first game in the was the final scene. Scared me to death, was 11, I think. You are as old as Secrets Can Kill original, then. Congratulations. Let's touch bases with Clara again real quick before we go out to explore the property line. I could never tell what she's doing when she does that weird hand thing. I guess she's like swatting at bugs.
Nancy.
What's with the locked room?
What's the story with the locked room upstairs?
It's Charlotte's. We don't go in there.
It might help me figure out what's going on, if I could take a look around.
Best of luck. That door locked itself up tight. The day in this world that'll open it. I've tried.
Is there any chance Jessalyn's disappearance could be cold feet?
My Jessie would never put her family through this nightmare. Never.
Uh-oh, looks like we're actually having a bit of a lag problem going on right now. Give me a second, I'm gonna take my phone off the internet. Assistance?
I'd better get going.
See you later, hon.
Pardon the technical difficulties real quick. I'm just gonna go see if someone in the house might be streaming something else, which would probably be the source of these. Right back in just a minute. Okay, I believe we are still having difficulties, unfortunately. Give me a second to listen to the playback and hear how we're doing. Alright, Alright, well, on my end the playback seems fine, but you guys are saying you're having problems. Here's the is there a way I can pause the stream maybe? Because I think I might be able to fix it if I play around with my router, but I'm worried about completely killing the connection and losing the stream and having to restart it, which would probably just be like a big break. I don't know. It's difficult to say what's going on. We've had some bad weather this week, so that could be part of the problem. McMac says, this is giving me flashbacks to Zoom school when the teacher had bad Wi-Fi. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm so sorry. Okay. Is there something else on my computer maybe that's like eating the connection? I had another Amazon tab open that I didn't need. Oh, hey, I just went back into the green. Oh, you know what it was? I had a tab of Amazon open on Google Chrome, and as soon as I deleted that, it just shot right back up to the green. So apparently Amazon was trying to sabotage my ND stream. Thanks, Jeff Bezos. I got my eye on you. I will exclusively buy all my ND games from Big Fish Games henceforth.
Hey! You're not Savannah.
No, but you must be Wade.
Is she with you? Are you the new assistant? What's his name, get canned or something?
Logan.
Logan? I don't know. All I know is that she thought I'd be the right person for the case. She's not coming.
What did you just say?
She said she was sorry to send me, but nothing could get her to come here.
I never took her for a coward.
Ooh,
Well,
harsh words.
she seemed pretty scared of the ghosts.
Ghosts? No, that ain't it. She's scared of seeing me. I hope Savannah understands the mess she dropped you in.
Oh, we'll be fine.
I can handle myself just fine.
You're just a kid.
You could say the same thing about Jessalyn.
True enough. Say what suits you. Won't make the nights around here any shorter. Anyway, Savannah had a package sent. I guess it must be for you. It's up in the house.
Oh, so now that's gonna spawn in, I see. Well, who else is here?
Who else is here?
Clara, that's Jessalyn's mother. Colton, her fiancé.
Anyone else?
Depends what you mean by anyone.
Any other alive or verifiably real people?
No.
Nancy, don't be so mean to him. This is Wade Thornton you're talking to. Kaylee always loved Wade when we started this game. Wow, there's a lot we can talk to him about now.
Why aren't you in the house?
I'm only on the island because Jessalyn's missing. Nothing's gonna get me in that house.
Really?
Does anyone actually live here?
No one lives out on the island, but just on the shore.
I always wondered what the shore was like with Black Rock, because I'm assuming that this is off the coast then? Which just makes it even creepier to think of.
Were you close to Jessalyn?
Everyone was. Everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
She's the bright spot of happiness in this whole miserable family.
From what I understand, the Thornton family business is very successful.
Yep. We got money and all the trouble that buys.
You know what I love about Wade is that he's the kind of character who isn't rude, but he doesn't have a lot to say. So when you finally get him talking about something, it's way more interesting.
Do you know Savannah?
I did, once.
And now?
And now I don't.
Like, look at that. He just turned off that entire conversation topic with 7 words. Absolute beast.
How did you meet Savannah?
We went to the same bookstore.
You don't seem like the type.
I'll take that as a compliment and an insult.
How long ago was this?
A while. Gone now. It was a little old dark place. Carried these musty old books. Stuff that didn't exist anywhere else.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts. But I was there researching our family. Savannah had this way of reading, like there was something she needed to know real bad. One day I finally asked, "What is it you need to know so bad?" You know what she said?
What?
Nothing. She handed over the book she was reading and walked out. At first, I'm feeling a touch rejected. But then I look at the book.
What was the book?
That was the crazy thing. It was the Thornton family book of names. Births, deaths, marriage, and so on, going way back.
Why would she have that?
Why, indeed. I had to know. Took me some doing, but I tracked her down.
Jeff Bezos is causing the haunting, says Carly. Okay, and what do we think of Colton?
What do you think of Colton?
I do not like that shifty little punk, but I have said that about all Jesse's boyfriends. With him, I mean it a little extra.
Oh, poor Colton.
Something's crooked with the two of them together. I don't know if she can see it or not.
Whole world is against Colton.
See you later.
Bye.
So, now that we are free from the confines of conversation, let's have a look around the cemetery. There goes the thing. I think that always happens the first time you see it. Who is this a statue of? Including Franklin Thornton? No, this isn't of Franklin Thornton. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be, but it's here all the same. It's just, commemorates those who died. Hey, Andrew's here. Yeah, sorry if there's still some turbulence on the stream. You may want to close the tab and then refresh it, because like honestly, I'm in the green right now. My thing says that I'm streaming just fine and my connection's perfect. So, not to point fingers, but that might be a problem on your end at this point. Now there goes another creepy one.
It's locked.
I like that Shadow at the Water's Edge had a lot of hauntings that were really in your face, and they were basically cutscenes, like you know, the doors slamming and.
No need to jump, just me.
I'll come back to that thought later.
Can you tell me about some of these stones?
I'll tell you what I can. But sometimes it's best to just look and listen.
So this is Mariana then, of Roger and Marie, the two who died in the plane crash.
Roger and Marie, side by side from the day they married to the day they died. Both real sweet. Charlotte and Harper's parents. May they rest in peace.
And I guess that's what he has to say for both of them. That's a really interesting mechanic that they put in, that Wade is around to help tell you everything going on with the tombs. I just thought the statue was really creepy, but at the same time I love it because I just am a sucker for anything that is a fountain. Oh, to someday have a fountain. Nancy Drew games also make me want to get into gardening, like legitimately.
Beauregard Thornton, mean old codger.
I really thought he said more than that. No, he's just like, screw this guy, he was a dick. Beauregard. I think he was a Civil War veteran on the Thornton side. I'm not sure. Lee Thornton? Nothing to say about him? Okay. Alrighty. But yeah, as I was saying, Nancy Drew games totally make me want to get into gardening. It just makes it look so pretty most of the time. I love seeing, you know, the conservatories and stuff like that. I don't know. It just really puts me in that mood. Ruby Newton, a spark at birth, a flame in life, a quiet ember in the night. Rosalie.
That there is Clara's mother.
What can you tell me about her?
Not a great deal. She loved her secrets. Never even told Clara who her daddy was.
Why not?
Don't know. When Clara was about 10, Rosalie got real sick. Every day Clara would ask about her daddy. I think she was afraid of being left to fend for herself. But Rosalie wouldn't say.
Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Clara kind of marry into the family? I don't think she's a Thornton by blood. I'll have to re-examine the family tree. This one's a big grayed out. May Newton. Harper, here we go.
Harper Stone.
Harper?
Indeed. She ran away shortly after Charlotte died. Long enough that we thought we'd lost her too. One day she walked in the front door looking wild and thin as a spring sapling. Never said where she was. Her granddaddy was so mad he left the stone to remind her of what she'd put them through. She'd sit out there and read. Don't know if it was spite or if it made her feel at home. Knowing her, probably both.
Man, if only you had a tombstone with your own name on it that you could read by.
This blank one is my favorite.
Why is that?
Who doesn't want a celebrity in the family? Especially one that rubs all the wrong people the wrong way. The Gray Lady. In the Civil War, they say she was a spy, passing codes for the North. If you look, you can find some of her contraptions here. Her service gave the Thornton family this land.
And that's an interesting piece of lore, that the progenitor was the Gray Lady. And I'm not sure we ever get her name. Maybe we do. But, you know, everyone just calls her the Gray Lady anyhow. And of course, there's one tombstone that we have to see. Charlotte.
That's Charlotte.
Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. That's a sad inscription.
It was a sad time. None of us wanted to see her leave. We didn't expect it to become what it's become.
Carly says, "You sure it has nothing to do with carnivorous plants?" You know, I when I was a kid, I had a Venus flytrap plant, because, you know, there's always those companies that just grow them in farms and sell them in little $5 pots, and I thought that was a lot of fun. I remember that he was very lazy, so I would always end up just catching flies myself and, like, spoon-feeding them to him. I should get one of those again. Well, anyhow, we should head back up to the house for now, because I think we have the package from Savannah we can look at the very least. That was a very loud door-shutting noise. Here it is. Wade must have, I don't know, sent it through express mail to get up here when we weren't looking. Jovic Tech. Call back to the last game, 27. So now we have the EMF detector. And the Ghost of Thornton Hall. True Encounters Retold by Savannah Woodham. That's really cool that it's, like, actually the cover art to the game. Or part of it. Okay, this is actually pretty interesting. It's, what, 3 different accounts of different spooky stories that all come back to Thornton Hall. I'll read the note first. Nancy, here's some of my old paperwork from when I was looking into Charlotte myself. I know you're going to be looking for Jessalyn during the day, but night is the best time to investigate the family. That's when the spirits get restless, in more ways than one. You'll probably get more out of the family then anyway. The EMF gadget I included works pretty well on the property. I don't normally use these, but there is a strong correlation between the meter peaking and documented sightings. I know you don't like things that can't be explained, but just because it can't be explained yet doesn't mean you should disregard it. Call me if you want to talk. I don't know what help I can offer, but I'm there if you need me. Good luck, Savannah. Okay, and then we have 3 different accounts in here of spooky first-hand encounters on the Black Rock Island. You know, I would like to read all 3 of them, but for the sake of not boring everyone to death, I think we'll do one at a time. So let's begin with the March 4th swimmer incident. Notes: near death. I was 14, my younger brother was about 12 at the time. I was a bit of a scrawny kid and caught more than my fair share of trouble on account of being the smallest, but I was no coward and I was itching to prove it. That's when I caught wind of Charlotte. I got it in my head that if I spent the night out at the island, the kids at school would leave me alone. Doesn't make sense now, but it made a lot of sense then. I made this big deal about sneaking onto the island, and everyone was interested, especially my younger brother, Sean. He demanded to come, and to be honest, I was happy to have the company. We spent a while trying to get a boat, but no one wanted to lend a boat to 2 kids in the middle of the night. Go figure, right? I knew if I didn't make it out there, I'd never hear the end of it. I'd made too big a deal out of the whole thing, and I was locked in. That's when I decided that we should swim over. Anyone who grew up here knows you don't do that. The swim's not far, but the currents, they'll smash you on the rocks or they'll pull you under. That's exactly what happened to Sean. One second he was next to me, and the next gone. I panicked and dove into the water. Nothing. Again and again, nothing. But turns out he was fine. He made it to the shore. I was the one in trouble. I kept going under until I got disoriented. I couldn't find which way was up. I knew that was it for me, and I knew I was going to die, and I could feel the fight going out of me. And that's when I heard singing. The water around me went still, and a song started swimming its way around me, pulling me toward this thing. This woman. Charlotte. The water was ice cold, and she was turning it to steam. Smoke was pouring from her like ink under the water. I knew I couldn't die down there. I knew I had to get out of the water. I don't know what happened next. I woke up on the rocks. Then in the hospital. I never saw her again. I spent the rest of my life trying not to look. So that is a spooky anonymous first-hand encounter. Was there a name on that? No, there was not. It's just the swimmer. Huh. Man, I've recently taken a fondness to getting old books of ghost hunting. Oh! Oh, God. It got me again.
What was that?
I don't know, Nancy. I'll give you 2 guesses. Okay, yeah, so that is the first of many encounters with the proclaimed Charlotte Thornton of Black Rock Island. While we're over here, let's take a look at this, because now we've actually seen this fountain in the flesh. It's the one, it's the one fountain in the cemetery. And I believe if we take a napkin and apply some paint thinner, we can get a soaked rag. Is that what this is?
There's something back there.
And then just lightly dab it on the painting, and we get a concealed figure.
What is that? Are those graves?
Who is standing over some graves? Yes, that too. So next time we're out there, we'll have to have a little look around. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a little bookstore that opened recently near me, and they've got an entire corner that's nothing but spooky old ghost stories. So I've taken quite the habit of just picking one up like once a month, maybe every couple weeks, and I just find some good stories in it. Kaylee and I read them together when I see her. It's also how I got into Lovecraft, but there's also just these really cool little compilations of old English ghost stories. One book I have is, I think 20 or 30 stories, and I've been reading that, and they are all in chronological order of when they were written, and the first one is called The Tapestried Chamber, and it was written in, like, 1832. And, like, it's not scary at all, because, back then, everything was scary in 1832, I'm assuming, but, yeah, it was still interesting. It was an interesting read all the same.
Nancy.
What can you tell me?
Is there anything else I should know that might help me find Jessalyn?
Yeah. Keep a suspicious eye on Wade.
Oh, really?
Wade didn't seem all that dangerous to me.
He neglected to tell you about his time spent in jail, I see.
Girl, what?
As a matter of fact...
Wade's a nice guy when he wants to be. And only when he wants to be. I'm happy we have another set of eyes looking for Jessie. But I do hope you know what you're getting yourself into.
We really ought to get this off the table, too.
I saw something really strange.
I did too.
What do you think that was?
Excuse me, I need to be alone.
I'm sure it was just the sugar, Nancy. Which is why we should have some more.
I need to add some tea first.
No, you don't. You're too afraid to just take your sugar straight? Oh, and our oranges over here. We're gonna need those, yeah. And there was a jar of pennies in the other room, too, wasn't there? Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's get that done first, because if I remember right, or at least I heard a rumor once, that this puzzle, you actually just have to wait a full,
I don't have all the parts I need.
a full 15 minutes for the phone to charge. Aren't there pennies in here? There's a jar of pennies somewhere in this room. It's really hard to find. Is it over on this side? By the film projector? There they are. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll come back to that projector later. So,
Time to recharge the battery.
Nancy Drew MacGyver moment. We've got...
Can't do that yet.
Okay, what do we start with, Nancy?
Can't do that yet. It's not charged yet. It's not charged yet.
Is it the...
Can't do that
Do we use the
yet.
clips first?
Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet.
Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something. I have the nails, don't I? Okay, I start with the oranges. There, okay, fine. I was just clicking in the wrong spot. Dang it. Okay, oranges, nails, pennies,
All right.
wires.
Let's see if all those oranges did the trick.
This is so ridiculously convoluted. You know, actually, maybe I could try to do this IRL for like a special milestone video. I'd be interested to see if I could like mangle an iPhone charger and actually get the charge off of, what is this, 12 oranges? That'd be fun. Man, I have such a bad brain for science stuff, though. Even if I did it, I assure you, I would still learn nothing of the process. Colton, what's new with you?
Hey,
What do you think of Clara?
she's just a little severe until you get to know her.
And then?
I wouldn't know.
You're holding something back.
So what if I am?
Ooh, dismissing me. That was a bit sassy, Colton. Okay. Let's think. We need to call Addison. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Addison is a very good phone call. She has, an excellent voice actress. Really puts the fear of God in you.
Hello?
Addison, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling to see if you can help me with something.
Is this about Jessalyn?
Yes?
I can't. I'm sorry.
The sooner we can find out what happened to her, the better her chances of survival.
Okay. I'll help with what I can.
Can you walk me through what happened the night Jessalyn went missing?
She was about to get married, and I think the pressure of it was getting to her.
Ooh.
It was supposed to be a night of blowing off some steam. Jess always loved a good scare. She used to make me sneak into scary movies with her when we were kids. So, in a weird way, spending the night searching for a ghost sort of made sense for a bachelorette party. At first, it was really fun. We were running around trying to scare ourselves silly. We were making these recordings like we were on a ghost hunter show. Then, things got strange.
Did you notice any secret passages or tunnels while you were at the house?
No, but it was so drafty in there, it would surprise me if there weren't.
How was her relationship with her mother?
How's Jessalyn's relationship with Clara?
Okay, maybe a little strained.
How so?
Jess used to call her Chairman Mom. Behind her back, of course.
Do you think Clara could have anything to do with Jessalyn going missing?
I don't think Jess was afraid of Clara. But still, I can't say for sure.
Is there anything you remember that might help me find Jessalyn?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. Upstairs, there was this door.
Ooh.
Jess was desperate to get it open.
We know what door that is.
Between you and me, I was relieved that she couldn't figure it out.
Really? Why?
I could feel eyes on me all night long.
What were you doing at Thornton Hall that night?
A scavenger hunt, but I don't know. There was something strange about it.
In what way?
Jess was looking for something toward the end of the night. Kinda desperately. It stopped being fun. That's all I know.
How was Jessalyn acting that night?
She was classic Jess for most of the night.
Then something happened?
Yeah. We were in the house and suddenly she just screams. And then she's nowhere to be found.
What happened?
I was alone in the house, jumping at every noise, too afraid to move. It felt like hours. Then she came back. She wouldn't say what had happened. She wouldn't even talk to me. She wanted to be left alone. She went downstairs, and that was that.
Huh. What do you mean by strange?
You said things got strange. What did you mean?
It was her and me up in that freezing house, and I remember thinking, I'll never get to sleep. But then I started to feel fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Like I was underwater or something. And I noticed Jess was gone again. I wanted to get up and find her, but I couldn't move. It was like this invisible hand was pinning me down. I heard a strange voice. It wasn't Jess. Then it was the morning. I was alone and Jess was gone.
Who is this disembodied voice you speak of?
You said you heard a voice.
Charlotte. I'm sure of it.
Did she say anything?
She sang. I only heard a little bit.
And how about Colton?
What do you think of Colton?
What's to think? He's always been decent to me and Jess.
Would you consider yourself a believer
great
in
line
the
from her.
paranormal?
If you'd asked that last week, I would have made some crack about Bigfoot.
And now?
And now I'm going to say that I don't believe. Because I'm afraid if I let myself believe, I'll be opening a door that no one can close.
Really good deliveries on her lines. I always loved Addison.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
And we'll get some even better Addison in just a little bit once that phone charges. Oh, actually, no, we're going to have to figure out the password first. Which reminds me, this right here. this is the scavenger list. Normally this is the first thing I do when I start this game. I just turn to the left and pick it up, but I forgot about it. So, this is a very cool piece of environmental storytelling, if you ask me. This is the scavenger list of things that Jessalyn and Addison, that's who it was, were trying to find on the night that Jessalyn disappeared. And you can see that there's a lot of cool things that are crossed on and off, like photo of a haunted house, easy to get that, found Mom's portrait, track down Charlotte's statue, and then as it goes on, there's some more telling things on the list, such as find the key to Charlotte's bedroom, the room that apparently has not been opened in well over 20 years. Same with see the ghost right here, which we've done at this point too. And find a creepy spider, alive or dead. That's going to be important. And I love that, quite forebodingly, survive until morning has not been crossed off yet. So then, let's see. People are also saying that I should call Bess and Ned. They are very fun in this game because they're having a sleepover or something. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But we'll give them a call in just a little bit. First, let's have a look over here where we uncovered the secrets in the painting. There was both a person and 2 tombstones over here. Have a look at this. 54 souls. This, of course, is an allusion to the redacted factory accident that we read about in the Black Rock Island book. And I'm pretty sure that someone will give us more information on what happened here. I get the feeling it's Wade? I don't know if we'll press him about that just yet. Let's see if there's anything else we can ask him, though, before I head out of here.
Wanna hear a ghost? Check it out.
I love how he just hyper-fixates over this stuff.
Do people really come here trying to meet Charlotte's ghost?
Around the time Charlotte's ghost was driving the family away, the stories started to spread. Little kids around here started playing this game to scare themselves silly. They'd turn off the lights and say, "Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back," over and over again until they'd just about scare themselves to death. It was just a game, but that's when people started jumping the fence at night hoping to meet her, saying that same silly rhyme. Most would just come and go in peace, but the ones who found her, it messed them up real good. A couple even went into shock.
Eek.
Is it true that you have a questionable past?
Really jumping into
You
it.
asking if I really went to jail? Yes. I advise against it.
Why?
It's not a fun place and they don't let you leave.
No, I mean, why did you go to jail?
I know what you meant. I took a tour of the seasons. My debt is paid, that's all.
I guess we have to pry a little more.
Was it something that would make you a danger to someone like Jessalyn?
Get this straight, girl. I never hurt no one in my life. Now go. Go on, get.
Alright, well, we'll take his word for it for now. Let's ask a little about his character first.
Have you always been a ghost hunting enthusiast?
I'm not exactly enthusiastic about the dead, no offense meant. But yes, I do find it interesting.
Why?
Life is a quest for truth, is it not? And death has a way of stripping away all pretensions.
That's pretty philosophical for a guy wearing boots.
Nancy, shut up.
You Northerners don't have a lock on big thinkers. We got plenty. Like Roscoe J. Redbrook and the Gimbltucky Boys, and I dare you to say their lyrics don't equal those of the Greek poets. And we got that old guy with the white suit and the chickens. Point is, I like ghosts because they
Colonel
show me what
Sanders.
is, not what I want to see. And wearing boots don't make you stupid. Makes you smart, if it's muddy.
What a beast. Kaylee always loved Wade when we played this, and I understand why. Let's go about the key.
Do you have a key to the crypts?
Sorry.
Guess not then. I mean, we ought to tell him this.
I saw something I can't explain in the house.
That's why you couldn't get me in there for nothing.
I don't believe in ghosts, but
That don't stop you from feeling them. Would you believe my happiest memories live in that house? Christmases and long summer nights stargazing on the roof.
Megan Brewster says, "Hello, got here just in time for one of Nancy's many inappropriate comments to Wade. You're absolutely right. You have to specify which one." Ooh. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and bring up the 54 souls, and then we'll go back to the house.
I found a set of graves without names on the markers.
That is where our troubles began.
What happened?
Most of the family'd rather it never come up. Our first factory was right here on the island. At the time, it made us a lot of money. But along the way, we got greedy. Never built a place for the workers to stay. They'd bed down right on the processing floor. Nothing for heat in the winters, so the workers built fires inside. One winter, there was a wicked cold snap. They built a couple of extra big fires, and in the night the fumes built up. None of them ever woke up again. That's when we split in two. Half saying this'll never happen again, and half saying accidents happen. Grieve and move on.
So basically, you should tell me more ghost recordings now.
Can I listen to more recordings?
Sure.
I love that he just completely switches gears right there. Okay, that's enough wait for now.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
So, hopefully that provides us ample time for the phone to record, or to charge. So let's go have a look at that. Ooh.
I better check out what's going on upstairs.
There's that as well. Strange noises coming from down the hall. I remember that always scared me so bad the first time. And here we have a note for Nancy.
Make yourself blind. Call Charlotte home. I need to figure out what this means.
Even ghosts have their favorite haunts. Charlotte requests a meeting with you. Recite a rhyme with dreadful meter, where dreadful meter is at its peak. Make yourself blind, don't dare peek. Call Charlotte home and hear her speak. She may just let you live. The first rhyme note. That was such a creepy part of this game. And of course with the dreadful meter, as said, we can see that activity increases at parts of the house. So we can go further and further, and right outside her door, it's orange. Presumably inside, I think it'd be red. Okay, well, let's head down here, around the bend, to the phone. Really? It's still charging?
It's not charged yet.
Maybe we do have to look at all the gravestones. Faith said that in the chat, I think. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing stopping us from going through with the, rhyme note now. So we need another napkin to be our blindfold.
I already have one.
Yes, but you can always have more, Nancy. Let me think. What else is missing? I'm really itching to get into the puzzles of this game. We're almost an hour into the stream and are still yet to really sink our teeth into a puzzle. So, without further ado, as you have a look at the meter here, we will find that the most haunted place in the house, according to the meter, is... Oh, not there. Back up.
That's almost off the charts. This must be the place.
Right here, where the factory door from the building where 54 people died. No surprise there. So with that being told, let's go ahead and blindfold ourselves, as the note says. And from here, there's a variety of goofy stuff Nancy can say. And you actually get murdered if you say either of these two. So let's just go with the Harper-approved route.
Fires so red, nights so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back.
$20 if you say the SpongeBob limerick. There once was a man from
What's
Peru
going on? Where are you taking me?
who dreamed he was eating his shoe.
Who are you?
Nancy, I'm here to help Jessalyn.
Give me a reason to let you live. Mind you, a good one.
What?
One reason to spare you. Give it to me now. The spirits are growing impatient with my mercy.
I don't actually think there's any time limit on this. Can I just sit here and do anything? That's it, I'm leaving.
That's it. I'm leaving.
It's too late for that now. Remove the blindfold.
This is such a creepy ass
Just
reveal.
who are you?
Harper, can I trust you? Can you be trusted?
Well, that depends. Can you be trusted?
That's a no now, isn't it?
Screw
You'll
yourself.
be wanting to know why I am hiding under the house.
That would be at the top of my list of questions, yes.
It's because I don't want anyone up there to find me.
Why not?
It is undeniably frigid here. Cold as the crypts themselves. I'll build a fire, and the fire will build some smoke, and the smoke will build some rain.
Are you ignoring my question?
Not ignoring, no. Elongating the moments in between the asking and the hearing. Pausing for effect.
She's so schizo, I love her.
Okay. Could you tell me now?
A moment, hon. Ahem. It's because I'm a grandly unbalanced sociopath with delusions of grandeur and a history of erratic behavior and violent tendencies. My family resents me. They have publicly said that I'm a freak. People in the town point and stare. The neighborhood children used to call me Witch Lady until my dedication to the ironic led me to bake cookies for the sweet darlings. But it was my love of the dramatic reversal that won out in the end, and I threw the little runts down a well.
You what?
Oh, I'd never do such a thing. But it would be funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Help, I'm in a well. So that's me. Tell me about you. I bet you're fascinating. Oh, wait, shut it. I forgot the most important thing. Do not tell anyone I am down here. If you do, I'll just do something rotten. Here, take this.
Oh, great, another one.
Go now.
And she gives us back the blindfold. Well, that was Harper Thornton, who I always wish they emphasized a little bit more at the beginning of the game, because they only really talk about her in the moment where you find her tombstone, and Wade says that, oh, she's not actually dead. She just ran away and is also criminally insane. So that was always a very interesting moment, if you ask me. Oops. Watch out for the falling sides, Nancy. But yeah, the first time meeting Harper, I always remembered as such a grand reveal.
I should look for those portraits.
To find me again, look to the portraits. Rachel says, Harper is a great mixture of stating the obvious and comments that made absolutely no sense. Very well put. She's quite the mixed bag, if you ask me. Is our phone done now? Okay, now it's done.
Looks like I need to figure out the password.
Alright, this is an excellent puzzle. I would say this is probably on the same par for the course as the graveyard hunt from Crystal Skull, and everyone knows I love that puzzle. Let's see. So, this is our clue right here. The middle of the scavenger hunt is the gravestone epitaph hunt. And then in parentheses, we get a huge clue that I never understood. W-L. Word and then letter. So. Let me think about this. I'm going to need to grab the mystery solving notebook. Where did I put it? Is it just on this chair? Dang it, I never have that notebook when I need it. Give me 1 second. This will do nicely. Alright. Just ripped the page out of my old chemistry notebook. Not like that's going to be useful for anything ever again. So, let's see. The way this puzzle's going to work is we need to visit every grave that is listed on here to figure out what the letter is that corresponds on their gravestone. And then that is going to be our password. Very convoluted, but very clever. I really do enjoy that puzzle. So, oh, and likewise, we can keep on looking to the portraits, as we were told by the last Harper note. Faith says, I have the password for the amateur mode. Oh, is it more difficult on senior or something? That's cool. I didn't really know, because I don't think I've actually ever played this game on master. Oh, there goes the shadow again. Okay, let's start touching up these paintings.
The letters must be what that note was referring to.
E.
All right, now to find all the others.
Okay, so we have an anagram coming up. This is kind of ridiculous, because in the... Okay, then. Nothing to see here, Nancy. Yeah, this is kind of a ridiculous puzzle, because in the sense of a trip... this is the first real puzzle in the game, if you ask me, because everything else is more or less, you know, riddles and little brain teasers, if anything. This is the first real gung-ho classic Nancy Drew puzzle. At least in this game, I feel. I don't know, it kind of depends on the order you play it in. Sometimes I try to solve the phone before this. So anyways, we had no shortage of paintings up here. Also, we have a really cool haunting coming up in this hallway, and it'll probably sneak up on me, but it's my favorite haunting in this game, so I will try to make sure that is made clear when it happens. Looks like there's nothing else hidden in that painting. There's Franklin Thornton? No, Jackson Thornton. C. Lan 5? How about Franklin here? Oh, we need to get Harriam Thornton in the parlor, don't we? Hey there, buddy. Yeah, he's got a piece. I can't even see what that says from here. And then these two? Yeah. Jeb Thornton and Sarah Emma Wakeman? Is that her name? It's kind of hard to see.
That's it. Now I should be able to figure out what the code means.
Alright. It's just simple enough anagram. You know, once you figure out that this is gin, you can really easily figure out that this is cotton right here. And then get seeds. Wow, I messed that up. And then this is the word that screws over everybody. It is balance, which I will admit was quite the nightmare to figure out the first time. So in the end, our message reads, cotton
That's
gin.
it.
Yep, cotton gin, get seeds, balance scales. So we'll do that in a bit. I don't think we need to touch on that just yet. I would like to try to break some ground on the scavenger hunt, because I know that this puzzle gets easier once we solve the other one and we get the family tree. So yeah, I think I might like to give myself a little extra challenge and see if we can't figure out who's who before then. So let me go ahead and get out my paper. I'm gonna move this keyboard out of the way since this is not the most keyboard intensive Nancy Drew game. Okay. And we're in. First up on the scavenger hunt is Grandma. Okay, so Jessalyn's mother is Clara, and Clara's mother was right over here, wasn't it? Yeah, Rosalie Thornton. May she rest always at peace. Okay, so Rosalie Thornton, 8, 1. So the 8th word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it must be every word on the tombstone, not just the epitaph. So 8, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first word of our password is P. We'll go ahead and write that down. Up next, we have... Hey, is Wade not here? Where did Wade go? Did I walk past him? I guess Wade's gone for now. Couldn't tell you why. Next we have RN. Oh, that's Ruby Newton, isn't it? We just looked at her. Yep, Ruby Newton. This is 13 by 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Ember is our word. And the 5th letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. R. So password begins with P R. Is it bad that I've memorized the password in senior mode? Skylarville, you need help. Okay, Dodge. That is Roger, the boy with the stutter, who died in the plane crash. Roger Drummond's Thornton. Okay, let's see. Dodge, 6 by 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. Okay, I guess that these don't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's side. D is the 3rd letter inside, so that's PRD. Please tell me if I'm supposed to count the B and the D, because otherwise I'm going to get screwed. Okay, let's see. So next up, VT. Is there a Virginia Thornton? That sounds like a familiar name. Sarah Emma. Beauregard. May Newton. Harper. The blank one. Okay, I didn't check the road to the right over here. Lee Thornton. Virginia Thornton. Here we go. Okay. Virginia's epitaph is 2 by 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. R. PRDR is what I have so far. If it's the 4th letter, it's R. Skylarville, I hate that you're right. Okay. Factory accident victims. Okay, that's 1 by 5. So 54 souls. 1. Okay, did I say 5? I already forget. Yeah, 1 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? PR dry so far. Up next we have Nana. Damn, which one's Nana? Nana is, that's Karenina, isn't it? And it says in the book that Karenina was nicknamed Nana? Or no. Maybe I'm wrong about that. No, Karenina was the nickname for Mariana. Because that's what he would always mispronounce it as. Damn it, which one's Nana? Is it Ethel? You know what? Just for the sake of time, we'll pause there and we'll come back to this once we get the family tree. Oh, there goes my dog. Something has upset him. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the cotton gin then. Oh, you know what? Actually, we should really give, Savannah a call. Yeah.
Hi, Nancy. Did you get the package I left for you?
Yes.
I think they're silly, but apparently some of the people I've met swear by using EMF signatures on the property.
So, I guess we'll just check in with her. I'm always down for some more Savannah lore.
What have you been up to since we spoke last?
I've been teaching the road to know my wheels.
Are you working on the next book?
I've been running away from the next book. And an empty house that was filling up with chatty ghosts. But who knows? When I'm out of gas, maybe I'll have no choice but to listen to what they have to say. If they're interested, I'll send you a gallery proof. If they're not, guess I'll go teach.
She's a very interesting character.
I spoke to Wade.
I figured that might happen eventually. Can I explain, or are we beyond that?
I'm sure you have your reasons.
I do.
Wade said he was expecting you. Why didn't you tell me that?
I was going to come. I meant it when I told him I was coming.
But then?
But then I got scared.
Tell me about the research, though.
You've done a lot of research on the Thornton family, right? What have you found?
Like a lot of powerful families around here, they were forged in the Civil War. Like every war, it was a brutal thing that made a lot of men dead and a couple of men rich. Or women, in this case. The family matriarch, the Gray Lady, they say she was a spy for the North.
Okay, but was her name Nana?
Is that true?
Could be. She kept records like a spy for show.
Okay, that actually wouldn't
Which
make
is to
sense because
say
there's
she
nothing
didn't.
written on her tomb.
One thing's known. She fed the North troop positions that turned the tide of more than one battle. She was compensated quite well for it. The island itself was a gift. She was either a traitor or a spy. That's why the Northerners got to calling her Gray Lady. If you ask me, she started a nasty Thornton tradition. Success at the cost of innocent blood. Anyone who tries to write things in that family gets ostracized or worse.
We can ask about Logan.
What happened to your old assistant, Logan?
He fired me.
Doesn't it usually work the other way?
Aw.
You'd think so. He got fed up with me.
That's actually hilarious.
He gave me an ultimatum. Write the draft or he'd find someone else to work for. I do not do ultimatums.
I never realized that Logan fired her. That's actually really funny. Oh man, I so would have hoped that he would have come back someday in another game, but you know, under the current leadership, I don't know how that'd come out.
What scared you away from taking the case?
To be blunt, the living Thorntons are just as scary as the dead ones.
Why?
They've dug so many graves on that rock that death himself is on the Christmas card list. I can't help but wonder if they're misfortunate fools or just addicted to Sunday clothes and the sound of a spade taking a bite out of cold clay.
God, that is the most Savannah thing I have ever heard. Like, I'm actually ending the call right there.
See you later.
Good night.
You can't get any more Savannah than that. God damn it. That actually hurt to listen to. Spade taking a bite out of cold clay. Good God. Alright, off to the cotton gin puzzle.
How do I get this working again?
Oh, wait. That's right. I hate this puzzle.
I need to put their combs on first.
It's such a petty puzzle, but it feels so clunky. Okay, see, that one goes on first. That one goes on second. That one goes on third. That one doesn't go on. That looks like it fits. No. No. I'm actually really excited. During that conversation, my best friend texted me. His name's Eddie. Don't know if I ever talk about him often. But he said that tonight he wants to go do something spooky. And it sounds like we might try and go to the colloquially named Helltown, Ohio. Which is a cool story he was telling me about. We actually drove up there this week but couldn't find a way in. Where when Gerald Ford was president, apparently he declared the Cuyahoga National River Valley to be a national park, and in the process he completely evicted an entire town of people who lived there. And there's a lot of rumors that there were ulterior motives as to what was going on, and that what do you call it, it was like a town of Satanists or cultists or something, and it's just real spooky because there's like apparently a big cover-up about what happened. And so it was just a abandoned town out in the middle of the woods in Ohio that apparently drew a lot of visitors as a paranormal hotspot. And I've never been before. Apparently most of the town's been bulldozed, but there should still be a barn somewhere there, which is apparently the main attraction. And there's also stories of an old paper mill that may or may not exist, because some people say it's just not there. But anyways, I'm going to Helltown tonight, so wish me good luck, guys. I'll send... Oh, accidentally clicked off screen for a second. Yeah, I'll send pics and maybe some spooky stories to the Discord with what I find. Okay, I hate this puzzle so much. I must have made a small mistake somewhere that I wasn't seeing. Because, like, don't multiple things fit on the bottom? Like, that fits. That also fits. So how do I interpret that? Let me try this one this time. Wait, I mean, are you from Ohio? Me too? Yeah, I'm like... Well, I mean, like, I shouldn't say the town that I live in, but just as, like, a geographical, you know, landmark, I'm about a 5-minute walk from Lake Erie. Like, it's or more like a sprint, 5-minute sprint. Like, if I open my window, which is facing north, I cannot see the lake, but if there were no trees, I probably would be able to. I don't know, maybe still not, because the sea level kind of declines pretty rapidly. Thank God for the elevation. This is terrifying. There are multiple ones which fits. Okay, yeah, so this puzzle is annoying as hell. And Moon Bunny's here too. The atmosphere of this game, though, fantastic. I gotta see. Eddie's saying, maybe we should take some extra muscle with us now, because we run into some hijinks in Helltown. Megan, have you ever heard of Helltown? Being that you are also a certified Ohioan? The only other cryptid that I ever heard about in Ohio was a thing called Crybaby Bridge, which was about like, wow, I'm sorry that I'm like being so bad at this puzzle right now. I'm just gonna try to, okay, I've never tried that one on the bottom. Let's do that. But yeah, Crybaby Bridge was another so-called cryptid of Ohio that was about like this bridge where a mother threw her unwanted child over the side, and they say if you're there at midnight, you can like hear the baby crying or something spooky like that. Except I've been there, and it's like, wait, this is the bridge? Because it's like literally 10 feet tall, and I was expecting it to be spookier than that. I don't know, has anyone else ever heard that story? Probably not. Ohio's not very famous for the supernatural or literally anything else. Ugh. Like, this is such a dumb puzzle. Maybe I should actually pay attention to, like, the holes on it. So, like... maybe this one? Because... okay, what's stopping it from going in? The deepest hole... okay, it's gotta have a hole here, 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 and there. So, like, this would work. And this should also work. Does this one work? No, that one must not line up. Yeah, because that hole and that hole are different. This won't work either, because... okay, that's gonna be like a halfway through, I guess. Let's see, that doesn't work. I'm gonna say that goes first, so I can try to get that thing out of the way. And then from there, what piece would help go on top of that? Is it this one? Okay, you know what? No, that one shouldn't go first for the exact reason that it has the gray piece on it. So let's try to make things a little easier. The most simple one that goes first is this. Then I'll do this, and then I'll try this. Okay, now let's see. That piece doesn't go on because we need one more buffer. Okay. Not quite. That works. Please go on. I'm begging you. Come on. This isn't even a hard puzzle. It just sucks. You already tried this combo? I really wouldn't know because they all look the same to me. You either get it or you don't. Not quite. I think I've got the bottom good. That goes on. That almost goes on. No. No. Sure, I'll do that. And then that. And then this one, right? Yeah. No. Really thought I had something for a second. Let me try switching up that order slightly. Okay, that can go there. This can go here. That can go there. Okay. I think we've almost got it. Yes. Finally! Screw that puzzle, man. It's just boring. Honestly, that was probably master defective there, actually being different ones.
Done. That's all of the seeds.
Okay, now we take the seeds and we take them over here to the scales.
I have to find a way to balance these scales.
Oh wow, that is many more seeds than amateur sleuth. All right, I'll bite. You know, actually, mathematically, this should be a really simple puzzle to solve. Like, let's see. I just need to have each side equal the other, and it's numerical values. So, like, what if I put 2, 3... What if I put, like, 9 seeds on this side? 4, 5, 6... Oh, 5 is the max. Okay, so we have 5. And then we'll do 8. And then 11, I guess. Now let's try to make 11 over here. 2, 3... Or 2, 4... 6, 8. I'm thinking. Let me reset that actually. Okay, so we'll get this up to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll do this up to 9. And then add an extra 1. And now we're balanced again. That's 10 and 10. We still have a lot more to disperse. So let's put a 7 over here, and then 1 on the 6, and then 1 on the 1. And now we broke even again. And then we'll do 1 more on the 7, and then 1 on the 6, and then 1 on the 1. Alright, that was not as bad as I was expecting. The number of seeds just kind of visually overwhelmed me. And so down here, really this is all I came for.
New. It might be Jessalyn's.
There we go. Faith says, Five Alive says, I think your game is broken, perhaps. No, I broke the game. Okay. Oh, wedding notes. Let me skim these real quick, because there's some interesting pieces of lore in here. You know my mom and you know me, so when you look over this list, don't forget the crazy requests are not mine. My one request is that you show up and wear a suit. Well, that sounds like she's writing it to me. What follows is a list of demands from on high. Also tell your mom that I'm fine doing whatever, but she's got to go toe-to-toe with my mom about any changes. She will, trust me. Let's just try not to hear that. This almost feels like they were passing notes. Here goes. Your groomsmen, no beards or piercings or tattoos. That's right, they need to get skin grafts if they have any tattoos. So those are the rules. They should all be wearing the exact same shade of black. That is not going to happen. I made the mistake of having friends with personalities. No wedding DJ. It has to be a band and not Brian's band. No one likes wedding DJs. I already told Brian he could play. They'll behave this time. I'll make sure of it. Table cards. Go talk. Table cards. Go talk to Mom about this. She'll make you pick out which ones you like. Pick the second set she shows you. Do not care at all, honestly. My mom wants to mix up the guests at the wedding so people mingle. I'm not looking forward to that. She's going to try to get you to force me to uninvite a few of my friends. Obviously not going to. When she tries, just say, I'll try, but you know how Jess gets. Why can't you deal with this yourself? Why all this stuff about your mom? She does realize I'm not marrying her, right? Balsamic clouded etched ice? Did you hire one of those molecular gastronomy guys? Why not fried chicken and cheesy shrimp grits or mac and cheese? That's what everyone's going to want. Why make everyone eat food that requires appreciation? Discourse literally all over the place. We need to reserve a block of rooms for the wedding. My mom will provide you a list of things she'll want regard with rooms. No, just one list. The list can't have an item that is another list. This is wedding prep, a stress test to see if you really want to get married. Is that what this is? Because that has to be what this is. That's, pretty harsh. Good old environmental storytelling. And a chocolate bar. I'm sorry, Jessalyn, but that's mine now. First come, first serve.
The Thornton family tree.
There we go.
Might come in handy.
Okay, this is what we need. Have a look at that. Rosalie Thornton, and then a mystery. No telling who Claire's father was. Let's see. So, I don't see any Nanas on here. I think I need to read up to figure out who's Nana. It's in one of the books. And then we have a key? Question mark? No, a key part. Alright. Into the old creepy cellar. Hey there, Harper. What's good?
Speak.
What do you know about Clara?
She's cold. She's a cold person, nothing like Jessalyn. Ask her about Jessalyn. See how she reacts. Not like the caring mom she's pretending to be. Not if you really look.
Carly says the way they described Brian's band makes it sound like Kevin Malone's band from The Office. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I 100% agree.
Why are you here?
Jessalyn, poor little Jessie Lamb has vanished, they say. Can't have that. Not here. No, not on the island.
Are you trying to find Jessalyn?
Yes.
Maybe you could help me out.
You want my help? I'm not a helper. Oh, if you keep my secret, then I'll help.
Just took my last swig of apple cider. Now I'm sad.
This house is pretty run down. Are you sure it's safe to use that furnace?
No.
Maybe you should not use it? You could be filling the house with fumes.
Sounds like upstairs people problems to me. I'm downstairs people.
God, she just does not give a shit about anyone or anything.
Can you tell me a little more about Clara?
I could, but as a lover of the written word, I prefer show, not tell. So why don't you go ask her about her daddy?
Harper's such a hag. I love how mean she is to everyone, even behind their backs.
Were you and Clara close as children?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have to go into it.
Should I even have to?
No,
Look
you
at me
don't.
down here, and she's up there. I try not to hate her, but I can't help it.
How about Wade? Do you hate Wade?
What do you think of Wade?
The Wade man of Alcatraz. Don't trust him about a single thing in this living world.
But Wade's cool.
The
though.
world of the dead, he understands that.
And on that note,
Do you really believe in the ghost?
Her name is Charlotte, and I've seen her. She's spoken to me.
What exactly did her ghost say?
Boo.
Ah,
Not my fault she's a stickler for convention. She also says, get out. Oh, right, almost forgot. She says that she hates you and she wants you to leave.
I'd better get going.
Go leave.
Okay, then. She doesn't actually kick us out that time, though, so we can have a look around the basement. Definitely not a secret door behind this barrel. Move along. Definitely not a hidden puzzle contraption behind these bottles. Move along. Oh, wait, there are little colorful tiles, though. I'll take that. What else is here? A strange box. Kind of looks like the one tub from Nightmare Before Christmas that has legs and just walks all over the place during the Kidnap the Sandy Claus scene. Did we come in this way? Yeah, we did. Okay. So what's to the right? Some books, perhaps? Charlotte's cryptic obsession with Jackson was indeed grave. Was she in search of something lost, or lost in the search itself? And who was this Jackson? Good question. Wait, who is Jackson? Jeb, Sarah, Joseph, Hiriam, Lavinia, Benjamin, Cornelia, Franklin Beauregard, Jackson Thornton. Ooh. Oh. Oh! Hold up, let me read what this says real quick and then I'll share my thoughts. And who was this Jackson? They say dead men tell no tales, but that isn't true now, is it? The phrase itself came from a man who is now dead and still telling tales and letting his thoughts go traveling through humanity, like hitchhikers patiently waiting down to get on the next town. Who is Jackson indeed? What's he hiding, and who put it there? Was it Charlotte? Okay, so Jackson is Jessalyn's grandmother. That's a very interesting ledger right there, because that plays a big role in one of the really dark theories about this game, which is that, let's see, so Clara and then Rosalie and Jackson. No, wait, maybe the timeline's off. There's a theory that Clara is actually the product of incest, and that's why Jessalyn was never, Clara was never told who her okay, yeah, so it does make sense. That's why Clara was never told who her father was, because it is implied that Rosalie was perhaps raped by her father, Jackson. Does that timeline match up? I'm not sure. I'm really bad at reading family trees. But that's really the only entry that I can think of in here that would imply that. Charlotte's cryptic obsession with Jackson. And so, of course, in that relation we have... Where's Charlotte? Charlotte Ann Thornton, same generation as Clara. And so she might have been poking around and investigating Clara's side of the family to try to figure out just what was going on with the strangeness of the mystery of Clara's missing father. Isn't it grandfather? Hey, Massey, what's up? Yikes. Oh, hey, Kaylee's here. What's up, Kaylee? But yeah, that's one of a few very dark and interesting theories about this game. And honestly, I'm partially inclined to believe it, because that's a topic that this game is very subtle about. They never say anything definitive about it. It's kind of like the whole theory that maybe Kasumi from Shadow at the Water's Edge committed suicide. I like that the games have a dark thing in there. Five Alive says, yeah, there's a lot of dark stuff in this game. Usagi says, given the story is inspired by Southern Gothic, pretty sure that theory is accurate. Yeah, and that note, which I've never really read through all the way through, is a great way of implying that something's hinky with Jackson. What was the name? Jackson Thornton? Okay, and then it was Whitney Rainey who married into the family.
Looks like it's missing a piece.
And then we have a puzzle here that drove me crazy the first time because I did not realize this is like the third last puzzle in the game, and I was always trying to solve it too soon. So, let's see. And some weird carvings on the walls. So anyways, there's your piece of cursed Nancy Drew lore. But yeah, finding that note there really, really concretes the theory, if you ask me. That's going to go into the Nancy Drew conspiracy theory video that I may or may not have in the works. So, if I remember right, in here there should be a book that references a Nana Thornton. Is it this one? No, this is Espionage in a Bonnet. This is the book about the Grey Lady, right? Which one is the Grey Lady? You know something? I've actually really been interested in American history lately, especially the Civil War, and I've been trying to, I don't know, find reading or maybe a documentary series on it. My buddy Eddie, who I already mentioned once this stream, he's real big on American history, and he said that I should look into Ken Burns' The Civil War, or something like that. I forget the title. But he says it's like 10 parts long, and it's a massive documentary series. I don't know. Maybe some of you have heard of it. Do we have any history buffs in the chat? Rose Bell. No one in here sounds like it's the Grey Lady. Elizabeth Ben Liu. Franklin Thompson. I don't... Is this one the Grey Lady? It might be. I think her whole point was that no one knew what her name was. That's weird. Okay, how about this book over here? Is this the one where it says who Nana is? Because I'm pretty sure it's one of these books. Here it is. Sarah, who had taken on the role of the caregiver once the factory moved onto the island, affectionately calling her Nana. So Sarah Thornton is Nana. Now we can continue the puzzle hunt. What's good, Clara?
Nancy.
I already solved the mystery about who your father was, but I don't think you want to know who.
Why is everyone here? Shouldn't we be out searching for Jessalyn?
I closed down the company. The entire staff is out combing the woods. I said, sit home or join the search. You get paid either way. Not a soul stayed home. Jessalyn grew up in the business. She's got a lot of people looking out for her. I can be thankful for that. The police recommended a presence here. They said we'd have a better chance of noticing if something was off here, knowing the place and all.
Oh, yeah. We can just tell her that her deranged cousin is hiding in the basement. Quite the twist there. Let's ask a couple more things first. Oh, let's ask her about her father, like how Harper said.
Can you tell me anything about your father that might be relevant?
Why would you ask me about my father?
You know, no stone unturned, pursue all angles.
I don't believe you. Fine. I never knew who my daddy was. Happy to hear me say that?
I promise I didn't know.
Yeah, you did,
Whatever.
Nancy.
It doesn't matter.
Why didn't your mother ever tell you?
I think one day she was gonna tell me. But she didn't live to get the chance.
Honestly, lucky you. Let's ask this too.
Who else was in that old portrait with you?
You know, hon, we had that covered up for a reason. I can't talk about it. Not right now. Please, just leave me be.
Alright, we'll give her a minute to breathe. Also, Chad is saying anything by Ken Burns is highly recommended. Second, the recommendation for Ken Burns, that's really well done. And Massey says the same. Nice. So, maybe I'll look for it on the shelves next time I go to the library. Which, by the way, I am an old person, and I go to the library, despite being 18 years old. Everyone just gets everything off streaming services now. And whenever I tell people I still go to the library, they're like, oh my god, are you 70? And they also say that because the last time I was at a restaurant with my buddies, I asked what the soup of the day was, and they actually looked like they were gonna go take me out to the parking lot and beat me up. Hey Wade, what's up?
You scared me.
I sure did. I met Harper.
I met Harper.
Don't talk nonsense.
I did. I can prove it. She's down under the house.
Now that would ruin Claire's day. I'm gonna go get her.
Ooh, cutscene.
I swear, Harper was there.
Nancy, I've got enough to deal with. Stop playing games, or I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, it's funny that we actually got Wade to go into the house. He broke his promise. But, it's even funnier. He's just like, oh, damn, Clara's gonna hate that. Let's go find her. Sorry, Wade, I guess she got the best of me.
Turns out I am interesting, looks like. What you need?
I don't think I've ever heard him say that for some reason. Tell me about Clara's relationship.
What's Clara's relationship to the rest of the family?
My cousin, Harper and Charlotte's cousin. She lived with the girls after her mama passed.
Yes, Kaylee, it's Wade. We know you're thirsting for him. Enough.
So you met Savannah because she was trying to find Charlotte's ghost?
One of those people who met her was Savannah. Ask her, and maybe she'll tell you about it. After that, she became obsessed with Thornton Hall. We got to know each other. I fell for her like a Black Tuesday banker. In the end, the landing was just as rough.
I love how both he and Savannah use the most wild Southern Dixie expressions like that.
You said you were researching the family. Why?
After Charlotte died, that's when something I always knew came out shining so bright, I finally had to admit it. Long as it's been growing, the Thornton family tree's been split down the middle. The evil roots always trying to strangle out the good. I used to think I was on the side of good.
And now?
What do you think?
I think you're simply different.
I think you are.
Don't be so sure.
He's just like, no, you can't compliment me. I need to be emo. Harper was there, by the way.
I swear, Harper was there.
I told you. Life don't play by the rules here. Anyways, if she was, she ain't now.
And yeah, Kaylee, give it up. He's made for Savannah, and they're made for each other.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Okay, we'll talk to him some more about the Thornton lore real quick, but I just want to get a little more progress done on our scavenger hunt. So, Sarah Thornton is Nana, and I think she's buried somewhere around here. Yep, here she is. Okay, we're on the 6th letter. No, not that one. This one. 7, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. R. So we have another R in here. Let's see. Then we have L.A. That is Luther Addison, isn't it? And that is Wade's father, I believe? I think he has a touching thing or two to say about his old man. See over here? Yep.
Luther, my daddy. Mama called him the king of slamming doors. He had a hot temper, but a soft heart, and no mind for business. He wasn't intuitive. He brought me out here to the stones at night. Taught me how to open my eyes, shut up, and listen. You rest well, Daddy.
That's touching. And Faith asks if we're going to call Bess and Ned. Yes, thank you for reminding me. As soon as we get our password, I think I'll go ahead and give him a ring. So, for Luther Addison, it's 2 and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I. Prdryki. And then the ghost, which of course is Charlotte. Ghost 42. I passed her, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. W. All right, that's our password. Perder Kiwi. Boy, nothing brings me joy like trying to pronounce gibberish. Let's earshot and give a call to our besties then. There we go. Bess Marvin. All right, bonus Ned.
Bess's phone.
All right, bonus Ned. What are you two up to?
George is in New York.
So, she got the internship with that Technology of Tomorrow place?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ned and I were just planning a road trip for when you're back.
I had no
I was
idea.
in the middle of trying to convince Ned to grow a bad mustache so we can hang out in Brooklyn.
Not going to happen.
Someone has to, Ned, and George already said no. It was a really angry no, too. Anyway, did you make it to the island?
I did.
I've been doing a little research. If I believed in ghosts, I wouldn't come within a few hundred miles of Black Rock Island.
I can definitely see why. Even I have to admit it does have a certain abyss gaze is also into you vibe to it.
Put that on a billboard.
I've got your back. I've been reading up on missing persons cases and hauntings.
Really? Oh, that's great.
I, on the other hand, have been watching videos of otters so good at stacking things. Additionally, I've kidnapped Ned. I've been so bored since George left, and Ned's a very active listener.
Mm-hmm.
See? And he's also very quick to Stockholm.
Nickerson family trait. We like being liked.
Oh, thanks, you two.
Kaylee, stop calling Ned sus. Nancy literally doesn't even deserve him. Also, pardon me, I think we're having a little bit of turbulence with the connection again. Let me just double check. Yeah, Amazon did not open itself. In fact, let me just close my Google Chrome tab. I don't think I need that, even though I'll just have to reopen it for the stream. I really hope that didn't actually just kill the stream right there. Like, I'm gonna be so mad if that just ended the stream because I closed Google Chrome. I didn't hit end stream, I just X'd out the tab. Please, please, I beg you. Okay, I think we're good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue this.
There's something strange about Jessalyn's disappearance.
What's that?
There's no ransom note.
That does complicate things. But I've read that most missing person cases involve the immediate family.
You're right. I guess the best move is to keep the family talking. Maybe they'll let something slip.
Or maybe they're trying to tell you something.
How so?
Remember in Kyoto, you told me that ghosts are what people
Ooh.
invent when an injustice can't be fixed?
Actually, Rentaro said that.
Sounds me-ish.
If that's the case here, once you figure out what the deal with the ghost is, I bet it'll point right to Jessalyn. And if the ghost is real, then case closed. A ghost did it. If that turns out to be the case, please don't tell me. I like living in a world where ghosts are probably not real. I already have to fall into bed after every scary movie for fear of ankle grabbers.
Okay, so it looks like the stream is still on, so thank God. We met Jessalyn's mom, we met fiance, we met Harper, we met Wade. We met them all.
I met Wade.
I still say giving your child a verb for a name dooms them to a life of hearing mediocre jokes. What's he like?
He's got a bit of a rough edge. He seemed surprised that I came instead of Savannah.
What do you mean?
He wanted Savannah here, specifically.
Why?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. So George is interning at Technology Tomorrow Today from Game 27. I wonder if she's like assigned to Ryan or somebody, because that seems like the two of them would really click together really well. And I met Harper.
I met Harper.
What's she like?
She might be completely crazy. Either that or she wants me to think that's the case.
So, who is she?
She's a Thornton, all right, but that's pretty much all I know. She seems to be hiding from everyone.
Hiding?
For the moment.
You met a weirdo who has an obvious affinity for ghost kidnappings during the course of your investigation of a ghost kidnapping? And you didn't tell anyone? Ned, say something to uncrazy your girlfriend.
Don't be that way?
Not compelling, Ned.
Should I say it like you would?
If that's what it takes.
Nancy, your newfound buddyship with that batty basement dweller is freaking me out.
I have trained you well. Now go, Nancy. Tattle like the wind.
All right. I think you may have a point.
These two are really fun in this game, and I definitely don't talk to them very often because there's already a lot of phone calls with Savannah in the first place. But we'll ask a couple more things and then call them for that. Also, Codemaster, yes, another spooky ND, can never have enough. Also, part of me is the turbulence still appears to be a bit rough in the stream. On itself.
I want to catch you up on the case.
Let me just close Taskmaster if
So
for
it's
some
a
reason that's
missing
causing it.
persons case, right?
Do you think she's actually missing?
I don't know. I
Wait a second, I have an idea.
heard
I'm
of
opening
runaway
Task Manager.
brides, but I don't think that's the case.
If it's a missing persons case, why aren't the police taking care of it
Well, they are, but since she's an adult, there's only so much they can do.
out there? Do you think maybe they're related?
Actually, I believe in this ghost.
Ned, do I have permission to do a...
No,
Ooh.
I'm doing it anyway. Say that again.
please don't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stand down, Bess. The Nickersons are a tidy people.
I wasn't really gonna do it, guys. Unless someone made me laugh. And this is that super link to distractibility in 9 out of 10 Besses. Back to you. Are you finally trading in your Skeptics Club card?
And miss the dinner that probably won't happen this year? No way. People here believe in the ghost. I think if I don't take the ghost story at least a little seriously, I might miss something.
Smart.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, and on a related note, I just saw the ghost. Real quick, I'm actually going to check Task Manager to see if Google Chrome is eating my RAM in the background, just like hiding in the shadows. No, not this time it's not. Alright, carry on.
I just saw...
Puppet? Mirror tricks?
No, listen, don't tell anyone else this.
Is this going to be a ghost blind item? A well-known spirit was spotted at a popular haunt canoodling with a certain ghost about town known for his habit of appearing in mirrors.
Can you channel serious Bess for a moment?
Okay. Homework, my dad talking about taxes, that picture of a puppy who got lost. Old paintings of European hair.
Thanks. Since I've gotten here, things have been getting stranger and stranger. I can't shake this feeling. It's like an odd weight. I'm not saying the ghosts are real here. I'm just saying... I don't know what I'm saying.
Ooh, Nancy
That
in
doesn't
doubt.
sound like the Nancy I know.
I know. I just need to clear my head.
And stop huffing
There's
carbon
always
monoxide.
a scientific explanation.
Tell her to come home.
Still gotta work on that whisper, Bess.
Nancy, you're really scaring me. Come home.
I will, just as soon as I can.
Alright, we'll call it there for the second.
See you later.
Call back soon.
And no Faith, I'm afraid it is not raining here. My internet is just having unexplained phenomena at the moment. We are, the power grid in my city gets real finicky, and it has been storming pretty hard the past couple days. Oh, hey, Wade, I can see you from over here. There, it's already up to 1920 kilobytes a second again. I think we're... that's the weirdest thing. It's like it almost went bad just for the phone call. It'll probably take a minute to improve anyways. I'm just gonna stop looking at it and it'll probably fix itself. So, what's next? Let's think. Colton, you dismissed us last time. What's up?
Hi.
Is it safe to assume you had second thoughts about the wedding?
I never said that.
True, but you implied it. You said, trust me, everyone does.
I know. I remember it like it was just moments ago.
There's really not much to say to him.
Do you know much about Harper?
I heard she's in some psych hospital or something.
Yeah.
But that's all I know. I saw her around once in a while when I was a kid, but I don't remember much.
Did Jessalyn ever say anything about her?
Just that she seemed scared of her. Maybe they had a past, but I don't know.
Well, what do you think happened to Jessalyn?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid thinking about it. I have a... My mind can get caught up in a real dark place. You know, when things around me get bad.
What do you mean?
Ignore me. I've been up way too long.
Faith just keeps hearing raining sounds. Haunted stream. Okay, maybe something buggy is going on at the moment then. Let me, like, turn off my mic and then turn it back on. Okay, that might be better. Maybe not. Possibly it's worse. Who knows?
Do you know anything about Clara's past?
No. It's funny you ask.
Why is that?
I could tell Jess had something to tell me about Clara. She'd get so close and just stop
Oh,
dead.
there goes my dog.
She never told you anything?
I know Clara's mom died when she was young, and she ended up living with her cousin's family. But that's it.
Goodbye.
Later.
It's so aggravating because I have oh! That scared me. I've never actually seen a bug get zapped there. But yeah, I've got a little box on OBS that tells me how my stream connection is, and it's literally jumping from like just the regular. Oh, another reswing. It's just jumping from the regular, then like right down to 0, and then back up again. And I'm not sure why. It's driving me crazy. Is it just me, or is the audio okay, but the video is like a slideshow? Yeah, we may just be encountering a little bit of difficulty across the board. I don't think there's a way I can pause stream. If there was, I could try to... Oh, it's the haunting. It's the haunting. The door is open. That to me was always like the single spookiest haunting in this game. I don't know what it was, but I always thought that the door being open was like the freakiest omen of all. Very low res and 2 frames per second. That's not any good. And now it's up to green again. What's going on? This is actually so annoying. Can you please just decide if you're going to be good or bad, stream? Okay, well anyways, here's our second note. There once was a ghost who could only write notes. She lived in the walls and loved to float. She stood in the waves when you stepped off your boat. She skipped through the graves, into you she wrote. Push glass vessels and find me in below. C before I, before K. Oh. This isn't Billio. I could always remember the solution to this puzzle because it just spelled out Billio. But, that appears to be a luxury that only junior detective is allowed. Yikes. The ghost is the cause of the stream problems. Yeah, we need an exorcism. Speaking of which, I watched The Exorcist just the other night with some friends. And, you know, I feel like it's the kind of movie that I've always known the whole plot to, just from, you know, pop culture. But I really didn't. There was a lot of cool stuff in it that I never knew, and it was an awesome movie. Also, I think we're due to read another one of these entries. I know I said I would take another look at these. This one's short, so let's just have a quick look at it. April 10th, subject Tagger. Type oral/phantom smoke. Notes, no eye contact, possibly unreliable, or not telling the entire story. Yeah, I saw her. It doesn't matter why I was there. Let's just say I'm an artist. Underappreciated in my time and by the powers that be. I was out with a few writers I like to run with, out in the ruins. L was working on her stuff, like she always did. A little cute for my taste, but she is who she is. Suddenly, she drops everything and is like, we gotta go right now. She said it like, no drill, just run. We grabbed our stuff and ran. As we were going, there wasn't smoke, but we were all choking like there was. We could all smell a fire, and in the distance we heard screaming. I wanted to go back, but Elle told me that what we heard wasn't human. We all knew she was right. We got off the island. That's all it was. I'm sorry, I just kept on getting distracted because I was picturing Elle from Death Note. Okay, so there's another spooky story of Black Rock Island. This door was open for half a second. We can use the key part for this, right?
The key fits, but I think it's broken.
Not complete. Kaylee's asking if I want to watch The Exorcist on Halloween when I come back into town. I mean, if you want, I'm definitely going to force you to watch some scary movies. That could be one of them. We just can't watch it at my house because my mom will literally freak out. Hey, Clara.
Hello.
So basically, your twisted cousin was in the basement, I promise.
Can you tell me a little about Harper? It seems like you two really didn't get along.
She blamed me for what happened to Charlotte.
Blamed you?
On some level, she was convinced it was me.
Oh, really?
I let it go at first. She was just torn to shreds about the whole thing. But the more time went by, the more disturbed she got. She was obsessed with the idea that I had stolen part of Charlotte's locket.
What kind of locket?
I never figured out what she was talking about. One night, she followed me out onto the widow's walk. When I got near the railing, she pushed, and I fell. By the time I got out of the hospital, she was gone. I can't say I wasn't relieved.
Were things good between them?
Were things good between Colton and Jessalyn?
They had their rows and their romantic dinners, same as any couple. Colton had some... Well, hun, he had some issues, but they worked through them.
My kilobytes per second is back up into the green. I think we might finally be through our problems.
You mentioned that Colton had some issues.
I literally don't know what my computer's problem was, but now it's
To put
deciding
it delicately,
misbehave.
family issues. Never you mind, it has nothing to do with what's going on now.
Alright, well, next time I'm going to try to do this home alone so my sister doesn't start downloading the entire Star Wars saga in 4K.
Harper really was down there. I'm not making things up.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I just want to find Jessalyn, like you.
Then no more games now, okay?
I'm telling the truth.
Nancy, enough! Just go away!
Well then, she's being quite dismissive. Real quick, there's some hauntings in this room. Little ones that I don't think we've gotten yet, but I'm going to be watching for them. Let's see about this. Doesn't something spooky happen on the fireplace? If so, it's not happening right now. We'll come back to that. Oh, the password! I totally forgot. We had the password to the phone now. Time for some good voice acting from Jessalyn and Addison. Here we go. This was also a pretty cool landmark in the game because this is the first time you actually get to hear Jessalyn's voice. I'm going to be so sad if I actually messed up this password somehow because then I have to go back and do the whole puzzle again. Oh, shit. Okay. What did I mess up? PRDRYKIW. Sigh. I mean... Okay, so... It was one of the graves. I think it was May Newton's. It gave B and then D for the birth and death, and I didn't know if those counted or not. Okay, it was Ruby Newton. No, it wasn't that one, no. Nope, no. Where's the... Grandma 8-1 Dodge VT. There goes the head again. Was it Dodge? Come on. You drive me crazy here, game. Okay, yes, it was Dodge. Okay, so let's try him again and just assume that the B and D both count as words. So Dodge 6x3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would make him D. Whereas before we wrote down, what did we write before? He's the third one. We already had D written. Are you kidding? Cause side and side. No. Oh no. Okay, Skylarville, are you still in chat? I might need your incredible memory to help me figure out what this puzzle is. Like, I'm okay with getting a hint, but I want to know where I messed up. I must learn from my mistakes. Was it the factory accident victims? No, that one's really straightforward. Ruby Newton. Let me look at that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's Ember, all right. Ember 5, that's an R. Who else looks like that might have been difficult on here? We kind of assumed that Grandma was... Whitney? No, it's Rosalie, right? And that's who we did over here. Okay, Rosalie was 8, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. P. Okay, that should be right. Ugh. Okay, where did I mess up here? Was it Luther? Luther 2x5? 5? No. Virginia?
Oh, Virginia, my mother. Rest her soul.
Can you tell me anything about her?
I always will.
Skylarville, you're just in time. Please tell me who I messed up on, because I am missing a single letter, I think, in this epitaph hunt, and I need to figure out who it was, because it's driving me crazy. I just need to figure out what the mistake was I made. Okay. Where did it go? So, Virginia was 2x4? Couldn't sleep without a peep, so when she died, we buried her deep. That's the wrong puzzle, Skylarville. No! 2x4. That's E. Wait. No, it's not. It's R. Which we already had. Carry on. I only know the letters. I don't remember the names. Just give me the letters then. I'll take the letters, and then I'll tell you what name it was. Okay. And we are on it. Master Detective 2. Who did I not double check? Nana? Are there multiple Sarahs, maybe? My internet is cutting in and out. Yeah, that might also just be on my end. Okay. Sarah. Maybe it was her? 7x3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. R? Oh my gosh. The stupid pen. I wrote down an R, but it looked like a K. That's probably where I messed up. There was never a K. There were 3 different R's. Okay, pardon my stupidity, everybody. Let's go ahead and give that a try. P R D R Y R I W. Damn it, I feel like such an idiot. Okay, right into the audio journal. Let's go.
Addie! Addie, come here, quick! I see something! Seriously? Shh, stay still. Listen, I don't hear. What? What's happening? I'm just practicing. You are such a brat! Shh, not falling for it again. No, Addie, I'm serious. Listen. Footsteps. I don't hear them. Maybe it was the wind.
Spooky. Next recording?
That is not the title of this program. Oh, and I suppose you have a better name? With this ring? The Dead. No, that's weird, and you're weird for saying it. We're using mine. I'm Jessalyn Thornton, and I'm Addison Abomination Hammond. And this is Ghost Talker Tour.
the most haunted place in the known universe. Children around here grew up in fear of the dreaded Charlotte Thornton, also known as my cousin. We're here to find... Oh, that is a spider! It is in my hair! I don't even want to be alive anymore! Please just kill me! Got it! Look there. There it goes. Well, on the bright side, we can check spiders off the list. That was a black widow! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Probably just gave it the scare of its life. It's not going to bother us. It's her or me. I just dropped it. I think it fell through the floorboard.
Ooh.
Let's just grab it in the AM unless you want to go one-on-one with our little friend down there.
Something fell through the floorboards?
Where are we going? Are you sure you want to know? I'm just going to pretend it's a top secret, really nice hotel. We're looking for the ruins where Charlotte died. Remember when Elizabeth got married and we all watched rom-coms and ate caramel corn? I was just thinking, like, at no point that evening was I like, I'll die here. It just didn't come up. Maybe not for you, but 2 movies in, I was thinking fondly about my own mortality. Wait, what's that say?
What's what say?
The serpent rests in the center
Convenient
on the
recording.
2 handles. I think I know what that's about. Whoa! Buddy system! Jess! Where are you going? I know you're freaking out. I promise this will be quick. Are all of those coffins occupado? I gotta go outside. Just 2 seconds. There's some sort of message in the window.
Message in the window?
It says, this building is for dead people only.
This is such a great plot device because it's unlocking so many different puzzles we can tackle now.
Jess? Jessalyn? This isn't funny. Where are you? Jessie! I don't want to be alone. Please stop, please. Please come back. This isn't funny. I'm too scared.
Did she just collapse at the end? I think so.
I don't understand. Are you okay?
Ooh.
Jess, if this is a prank, it's not funny. Not funny! Jess, you're really scaring me. Say something. I said leave me alone. Now!
So Jess went missing and then reappeared and was in a bad mood and then disappeared again. And she is yet to turn up.
I shouldn't make a call with Jessalyn's phone.
Wouldn't that be so funny, though, if you did, Nancy? Let me also have messages here. Here's her talking with Addison. Got all the stuff I need. Any chance to change your mind? Better be. I don't feel so much personal information about you at your wedding. No toast for Addie, noted. I'll just yell things out. You can't stop the A train once it's left the station. Please come back. Jess, I don't know if you're okay, but I miss you. Please come home. Did you get the invertebrates? The invertebrates. The invertebrates. That does not clarify things. Okay. So I'm guessing that Clara has autocorrect on, but she also sucks at using a phone. I am typing slowly and angrily. Did you mail out the things that tell people about the wedding for the people who are new to the list? Invitations? Yes, because people need to know about the wedding. No, why meant yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, I hate how they type like this. Why didn't you just typewriters that? You're right, I should have typewriters that. You might want to disable the particular thing on your phone. Great. Call me now. Jesse, I'm not joking, you call me right now. And so that was when she went missing. Your mom's on the warpath. She's on more than one. I recommend just doing what she says. This has to chill out. This has to chill out once the wedding is done. Did you get my notes on the catering? You want me to care about it more? Because I can fake that if needed. Let's just get pizza for the wedding catering. My mom just invited every single one of my teachers from kindergarten. Oh my god, I still owe them homework. That's great. They can't be that bad. You'll have time to figure that out because I'm sure she's inviting yours too. Where are you? Everyone's freaking out. Hello? That's spooky. Okay then, so we have a lot of leads from that. We're finally getting into puzzle territory. I cannot wait to just busy myself. So for starters, we have Clara's conveniently gone from this room, which is helpful for doing a puzzle in here. Any spooky stuff on the fireplace? No. No pictures blinking. Okay, down here, this is the one brightly colored floorboard. Oh! I forgot about that. There goes the Black Widow at a angle that defies gravity. Awesome.
This looks like some sort of code.
And this is a really clever code puzzle. I enjoy this. Draw a path to spell the name of one of the 4 colors seen behind the letters without drawing over the same path twice, ending at the asterisk. This looks like it's going to be harder on senior detectives, so this might take me a minute. So, as promised, I'm down to talk Scooby-Doo Zombie Island now. Please tell me about Scooby-Doo Zombie Island and your thoughts on it, because I saw that Zombie Island 2 came out in 2019, didn't it? And I never saw it. Does anyone know if that was any good? Are we typing yellow, by the way? I'm trying yellow, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. No, I think I trapped myself. People need to know about the wedding and invertebrates. Yes. Let's try green. Yeah, I mean, there were so many Scooby-Doo movies, and, like, I could talk for way too long about them, because there were some really weird ones that were really funny. What was the big one that I would always never stop talking about? Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo Zombie Island movie. Scooby-Doo Zombie Island was an okay movie. Alright, Kaylee, get out of here. Am I quoting the game? No. Am I? I don't even remember what I said. That's an open comment. Did you get the invertebrates? Yes, that's from the game. How about purple, maybe? Am I supposed to do purple? No, maybe try blue. Oh, here's a good clue. Looks like I have to pass through W or U to get to the end. Maybe it is yellow then. I just did the wrong path. Reset it. But anyways, yeah. Funnily enough, there was a Scooby-Doo movie. It was a really old one, and it's notoriously stupid. I love it so much for how stupid it is. Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, and that game, that movie was so weird. I think it came out in '89. Boo Brothers. Yep, Kaylee's talking about Boo Brothers now. It's one of the most ridiculous movies to watch ever. Like, it'll hurt your face from laughing at how ridiculous it is. But it was very much like this game, because, first of all, it's one of the movies where Fred, Daphne, and Velma just do not exist. It's literally the Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy-Doo. And it's Shaggy wearing the red shirt, too, which you don't see very often. And so it's the rare red shirt Shaggy. And, what do you call it? Shaggy has a red shirt for, like, no reason. He's not in his normal green shirt. And his uncle Beauregard dies. His uncle's name is Beauregard. And his uncle was also a World War II veteran, or not World War II, Civil War veteran from the South. He was like a Confederate officer. And Shaggy just inherits his plantation. And he has this great big southern plantation now, just like in this game, where it's haunted. There's like a scavenger hunt they're trying to find. I played that growing up. That was a good movie. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, does anyone remember the games? Oh, which games? Because I had the plug-and-play games, and those were so much fun. If I could find a way to emulate that, I would play the Scooby-Doo plug-and-play games on the channel. Like, I'm not even kidding. Okay, this is really eating me alive here. I'm guessing it's not green or yellow. Let me try purple. But, yeah. Basically, Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, and also Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, and Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School are like 3 of my all-time favorite movies because they are just absolutely ridiculous. They are so much fun to watch. There are literally no other P's. Like, there's one P on the whole thing. How the hell would I ever spell purple in a million years? Okay, let me try blue. Oh, wait, I see it. It is blue. Okay, that's pretty simple. Just loop around like that, and then down here, and up again, and I'm realizing now that I messed up. Yeah, because now it's bluey. Okay. I'm still holding on for hope. I think blue is possible. Maybe not. It's so short of a word. Like, I feel like I'd run into other stuff. This is a good, challenging puzzle on Senior, though, I must admit. Massey says, I don't know if I ever saw that one. Zybertech says, Scooby-Doo and Court the Cowardly Dog straight out of nowhere. I saw the trailer for that. Is that out yet? Was that like a straight-to-DVD movie or something? Because those are like two fantastic IPs that I grew up with both of them. So I would definitely be willing to see that once it is officially out wherever DVDs are sold. Sorry, I'm just trying to do some mental gymnastics looking at the course. Okay, if I try to do... Let me keep trying for yellow. I feel like yellow might be the word. But it's really difficult to find L's that'll work for me. There's 2 L's over here. Okay, I think I see it. Y-E-E-L. L. O. Okay, yeah, there's our yellow. So now we go to the next page. And that's a hint that's going to come back. Draw a path through all the squares of the color that was spelled out on the first page. Alright, this is a little more straightforward. So we just got to go through everything yellow. Can we go through things that aren't yellow? It's just that we have to hit all the yellows? Yeah, okay. That works, because we're just going to be spelling things out as we go. Do a little zigzag there. Oh, and you can see what we're actually spelling. Ethels? Okay, yeah, this is much easier than the first half. Ethel's grave.
Ethel's grave. It must be tied into that picture in the corner somehow.
Alright, and we know that there was a faded out tombstone, which we can check the tree and figure out that May Newton is actually Ethel May Newton. 1923 to 1933. Ethel did not even live to be 10 years old. That's kind of sad. Died in the Great Depression too. She did not live much of a life, I must say. Alright, well I think Ethel was buried over here. Nope, that's Ruby. What's up, Wade?
You scared me.
I sure did.
Do you think that what happened to Charlotte was an accident?
Dunno. The night before I saw her take off into the night holding this little package like it was precious to her.
Oh yeah?
The look on her face. I should have stopped her, said, "What is wrong?" Here, take this.
Oh.
Is this Charlotte's?
Yes.
Do you know what this is? Can you tell me what it's for?
Maybe that's enough for now.
Please, 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 never let this fall into the wrong hands. If you find this and do not know what it is, please, I'm begging you to put it back and hide it well. If you know who I am, then this will help you understand what I did. Arrange the color pairs. Orange and blue numbers along the sides indicate how many of that color are in the corresponding row or column. This is important. 2 squares of the same color can't be directly next to each other. Use the XX to mark the pairs you know contain either color. This will lead you to what I've hidden. Okay. Let's ask a little more.
Who runs the family company?
Clara.
Do you think that's fair?
No.
Would you like to run the company?
Good, sweet nonsense, no. Do not even imply that I'm after that to anyone.
Oh my god, I love his reactions.
What did you mean about the family being split in 2?
You wouldn't know by looking around here. Seeing the state we're in. But we're loaded.
What's that have to do with anything?
The Thornton family bought its money with blood, and not always our own.
And you think one part of the family had more to do with this than the other?
I don't speak ill of the dead, especially not when they're staring up at the soles of my boots. Look around. You'll see.
How about this divisive accident, then?
When did the factory accident happen?
That was more than 100 years ago, and we still can't move on. That's why this house still stands, I think. Until we Thorntons decide who we're gonna be, we're stuck on this island. You should see it on a summer day when the ocean and the sky are sharing the same blue, and the grass is bright. But here it is, gray and dark, under all the misery we've heaped upon it.
Oh, that unlocked this conversation option with him. Interesting.
You don't seem like a bad guy. Can you tell me why you ended up in jail?
You really want to know?
I do.
Then listen. I don't care if you believe me, but keep this to yourself.
Okay.
I wasn't close to the company then. Still ain't, but I heard through a friend of the guy down the way. You know how it goes. I heard that our processing plant in town was up to its old tricks, hiring people who couldn't afford to quit and treating them beyond bad, locking them in to meet quotas and such. I asked Clara. She denied, naturally, but it made her so mad I asked. I had to go check it out myself. I went in the middle of the night, and right away I saw it was true. The exit was padlocked, right in plain view of the world, and no one cared.
Sheesh.
I broke in, that's true. I was furious. I broke one of the big machines, that's true too. So there it is. I stood up, and boy, did I get knocked down.
You must be pretty mad at Clara.
You don't even know the half of it.
That's pretty brutal, honestly.
Goodbye.
Get on out of here now.
Massey did a little fact-checking, and it looks like, yeah, Boo Brothers, Ghoul School, and Reluctant Werewolf, otherwise known as the Holy Trilogy of Scooby-Doo. It looks like it was 87 to 89 is when those were released. And if you are at all into Scooby-Doo and you have not seen those movies, or you haven't seen them in a long time, highly recommend going back to watch them, especially Boo Brothers. Boo Brothers is the most ridiculous thing. It is so funny to watch. Every now and again they play it on Boomerang, if you guys still have cable. Okay, that's still locked up. We have a bottle puzzle to do in the basement. I forgot about that. In fact, that should be a good challenge. Let's go have a look at that. It was the latest rhyming note. Oh, and Harper still isn't here, because we low-key ratted her out. Here are the bottles.
I need to follow the instructions from the note.
Okay, so normally this spells out Billio, and it doesn't say that now, so I don't know what to do with it. This one? Okay. C before I, before K. N immediately before B, so N and B are going to be in a sequence in this. I'm going to start writing this down. So I'm going to put N and B next to each other. F is neither first nor fourth. K is after N. Okay, so I'm going to put K somewhere over here. I is third. And C is before I, which means I is second. And then K. Wait. Okay, so I think that it either begins with C or the second letter is C. Okay, I think it's CFNBK. Is that it? Wait, no. CFINBK. Now do I have it? Oh, and I have to, of course I have to actually draw out the whole bottle array. Give me a second. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Okay. Faith says, I think I only watched the weird alien Scooby-Doo movie. That would be Scooby-Doo Alien Invaders with Crystal and Amber. Kaylee's right. That is an excellent movie. I love that one. That was part of like the whole generation with, what? Zombie Island, Cyber Chase, Witch's Ghost. I love those ones. It's probably the golden age of Scooby-Doo movies. But there still have been some good recent ones. Okay, back to this. So my working theory is it's CFINBK. So that'd be CFIN. BK. Hey, first try. Nice. Wow. So,
What was I supposed to think? One day you were just gone.
Oh, we're under the porch.
I better listen.
Lexi. And I hope you understand how much that makes me hate you right now.
Who is Lexi?
Who is Lexi? Excellent question. Is there something else in here? Yeah, a little camera. All right, this is gonna be huge. So we have picture of the house, Helium Thornton, a strange patch of dirt that I think might be literally right behind us.
This looks like one of the pictures from Jessalyn's camera. There must be something hidden here.
A little box.
Hmm.
Do we have a key for it? No, we don't. Alright, what else was on the camera, though? A coffin. Must be inside the crypt. The one barrel handle. Anything behind it. Something hidden behind the vines on the column on the porch. Ooh, and a secret pathway hidden behind the tea shrub when we first walked in. Alright, so that gives us a variety of new leads.
What's happening? I better get some rest.
No offense, but you sound really tired.
Been burning the midnight oil at both ends?
Feels like it. I must have slept through the day.
Wow, Dick Nancy.
But I still
Too
feel
tired to go searching for
exhausted.
Jessalyn.
Maybe you should pace yourself a bit.
I know. Wait, hang on.
Hang on. Why? Is there a ghost?
No, I see something. Call you back later.
Alright, we've made some good progress, and we're already about 2.5 hours in, so I think we'll go ahead and give 15 more minutes in this stream, get a little more done, and then we'll pick up on probably Monday, and if something changes, then I'll make a post about it. Nancy, a flower is a joy when it thrives, but a burden when death arrives. Gather your dried petals where immortality resides. Place a flower where she stands before the stone turns to dust. She will tell you what she can, away and back to earn her trust. Someone has to say it. Harper kind of sucks at rhyming. Like, not to be mean, Harper, but you're not making it out of the hood. I mean, what? Did she have like 3 barely coherent rhymes? She tried to rhyme arrives with resides in that. I'm so sorry. We're still talking about the Scooby-Doo games. Okay, so what were they? The Scooby-Doo Files? Is that what they were called?
I do not care if she's an adult. She's my daughter.
Clara.
I should listen.
She's not a runaway. She'd never do that to us. No, no, no. It's not cold feet. It's not running away. Someone took her. She is in danger out there. Do something.
She sounds pretty upset.
I guess she's on the phone with the police. Huh. Hey, bestie.
Hello.
Are you doing okay? Oh, let's talk about Wade in jail.
Wade said you're the reason he went to jail. Is that true?
No. Wade is the reason Wade went to jail.
He said you were the one who pressed charges.
Well, isn't he the chatterbox when it suits him?
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. What he doesn't get, what no one gets, is that I meant well. No matter how he explained it to you, he broke the law. He broke into the factory, he damaged thousands of dollars of equipment, and scared the workers half to death. I didn't think he'd go to jail, though, and he knows that.
What did you think would happen?
I thought community service. An officer to keep him away from his crooked friends so he would finally straighten up. I planned on dropping the charges, but once the ball got rolling, I lost control of it. Wade ended up sitting across from a judge who wanted to make an example. And that was that. Wade has wanted his revenge ever since. It's stupid. I even suspected him of taking Jessalyn to get back at me. But he'd never do something like that. I mean, I don't think.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Everyone else seems to be avoiding the house. Why are you in here?
You'll think I'm crazy.
Not after the day I've had.
Fair enough. I guess I want to be close to whatever it is that took Jessalyn.
I've heard about the ghost, but can you tell me anything about the real Charlotte?
My cousin. But everyone thought we were sisters. She died here. Joined the old family, as they used to say. When I was a little girl, my mama used to say, after we Thorntons passed, we'd keep on living right here. Every night would be a beautiful ball with songs and cute boys to dance with. She wasn't trying to scare me to death, but nonetheless, I did not sleep well on story nights.
It does sound a little eerie.
That was back when Thornton Hall was pretty. Now, I don't even want to entertain the thought.
That's pretty sad, honestly.
Did your mother say much else about the ghosts here?
Too much. If she thought there was a ghost about, she'd fall to pieces being so sad.
Sad? Most people are afraid of ghosts.
She had this weird belief that Thornton ghosts aren't around forever. They got a short time to make their peace. If they don't, they get bitter, real mean and nasty, until they forget everything that made them human.
Yeah.
And then they slip into the cracks of the world to live with the others.
I assume that 20 years is a bit too long for Charlotte to have not been a soured ghost.
The others?
The lost souls from an accident that happened here years back. Mama called them hungry shadows.
Why?
I don't want to know. She said they were all tangled together, lost and scared and mean. My mama was a good woman, but dang if she didn't scare me half to death with irregularity.
That is creepy as hell, though.
See you later.
Bye.
So all the little hauntings around here are supposed to be the factory ghosts. Alright.
We could have found a way.
Oh, come on!
It's cold.
Can I please have 1 second without hearing someone eavesdrop?
I know you still care about me.
Yes, Lexi, we know.
I want to see you when this is all over. I know. All I said is I want to see you. Then why did you pick up the phone? Just see me.
It sounds like he's talking to Lexi.
You don't say, Nancy.
Hey. Did you listen in on my call?
I sure did. It was boring as hell.
Lexi?
What are you talking about?
The girl you were on the phone with?
You don't know what you heard. You understand me?
I think she is someone important to you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Your fiancé is missing, and the way you're talking to this Lexi...
You want a conversation? Fine. I love Lexi. I want to spend my life with her.
Bruh.
You're engaged.
That was based on a lie. Clara, my parents, even Jessalyn, they were all in on it.
Jessalyn? Are you sure?
She'd have to be. I mean, I haven't considered that she might not be yet. Before Jess and I got together, I was with Lexi. Until one day she called and said it was over. She wouldn't even see me. Then, she was gone. And now I find out. My parents pushed her away, and Clara pushed me and Jess together. Mom and Dad wanted a piece of the Thornton fortune, and Clara wanted a piece of the Birchfield influence. So excuse me for being conflicted. I want Jessalyn safe, but...
I still don't understand what's going on. Why are you here?
To try to forget something.
Forget what?
I guess it must have worked.
That's a stupid line. Dang. Wow. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, there was sort of implied in Captive Curse when you talk to the wizard staff person. Oh yeah, they do kind of talk about that. Jordan from Castle Cast. Ask us about our wizard discount. Okay, let's chat a little more about this, just to get some of these out of the way.
Why is Lexi so important?
I've always felt a little out of step with the world. When I met Lexi, it's like everything snapped into place. I don't know how else to put it.
And it wasn't the same with Jessalyn?
I do love her, but not in the way I tried to. Jess is my best friend, and always will be. If she ever comes home, and if she ever forgives me.
Oh, we're really gonna hammer it down hard on him with this one.
So, things would really work out for you if Jessalyn just disappeared.
Do you really want to ask me that?
Faith, yes, I did watch the Scooby-Doo Supernatural special.
Yes,
I had to say that.
do.
Go away, now!
Oh, well, there's an end to our conversation with Colton, then. Over yonder ways, we have the covered-up column.
I better copy this design.
First of its kind across the bottom. Oh, wow. This time Nancy has a pen and paper she just brings with him. That's great. Probably learned her lesson from the Bolay estate. And, wow. Looks like someone just started watching something downstairs.
This looks like the picture from the camera.
So it looks like we are, about done with our connection again. But first, we have the spooky ballroom remains. So I think we'll call it a stream after this little segment here. First...
The numbers along the edges should help me arrange the tiles correctly.
Oh boy, this damn puzzle. It's nonograms, but not as bad. So, I don't know. Maybe I should do it now? I'm trying to think. I mean, I could do it now, but at the same time, you know. Yeah, screw it. Let's go for it. I want to keep on talking with Scooby-Doo, honestly, and also Helltown. I'm low-key kind of nervous about going to Helltown tonight. Okay, so let's get the top row done first. It's a 4 and 4, probably like that, though it could be inversed. A couple more 4 and 4s down here. That's right. You can leave them blank as well. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that's all good now. So, let's check in the chat. Massey's talking about Boomerang. Boomerang was the best. I remember when they used to play the wacky races and Olympics and stuff on that. And, all the old Scooby-Doo movies, too. And Courage the Cowardly Dog, because that kind of entered the vintage age back then. That stuff was so cool. I loved that show. I still get it from the library every now and again on, like, DVD. Okay, this one needs 3 of each. Okay, then maybe I'll X this out and this out. Okay, what else though about the topic of Boomerang? It was like the only episode of Supernatural I watched. I used to watch Supernatural a lot back in the day with my buddies, and then it just really, really suddenly went out of style for some reason. I don't know, I think the weird kids got into it, even though we were the weird kids. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll give it another try someday. It just kind of felt like a fun, spooky serial show. It looks like I need this column complete, which means I'm gonna have to pull something out of here. Okay, that helps fix that. And then I can just pull this out of there. Okay, that fixed a lot of things. Okay. Coban says, I don't watch too much of this because I want to play this on my own one day. Oh, you've never played Thornton Hall? That's so exciting. This is such a fun game, honestly, especially for a new Nancy Drew player. Yeah. Now, honestly, like, leave stream right now then, because I definitely don't want to spoil anything for you if you've never played it. It's a really fun time. Ooh. Okay, there's something of a predicament going on here. I think I might have to actually flip this whole bit upside down and then correct all that, because there's one spot that doesn't cooperate. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Wow, I really just like ate myself a lot. Restart the whole thing. Faith says, I'm the rare person who doesn't like Supernatural. Wouldn't have watched it, not for Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Supernatural's big back in the day. Kaylee says, gotta head out, but good luck, Jamie. Thanks, Kaylee. I'm probably still not gonna beat this puzzle before we're done, though. Okay. This one's definitely X'd out, because we can only have one in here. What else has only one? This one right here. Okay, so that works like that. And then this has to be X'd out as all. Same with these two, I think. Sorry, I kind of suck at like logically inferring the solutions to these puzzles. Okay, that goes out too. Okay, yeah, Kaylee's heading out. Man, does anyone have like a favorite obscure Scooby-Doo movie off the top of their head? I know this is like a really niche thing to talk about, but like there were so many weird ones that were like really out there and really fun to watch. Like the Loch Ness Monster one. There was the Monster of Mexico, which was like slightly ridiculous, but I remember it being really fun. And it was the Chupacabra, but he looked nothing like what a Chupacabra is supposed to look like. He was just like a giant purple bear or something. What else is there? Let's see. This one needs just like that. Okay, that works. Okay, that's better. Massey says that's messed up. What else was a big one? There was a really weird one that I hardly remembered called Music of the Vampire, and I'm not sure what it was about. I think the Hex Girls were in it, and like, you know, anything that the Hex Girls is in, just sign me up. But, yeah, can't say for sure. Uh-oh, I think we might have a problem with this one. Okay, no, that fits. That works just fine. What else? We've got a problem here. There's an extra red. And I feel like it has to be this one. Okay, yeah, that fixed like everything right there. Too many blues in this one though. And then if I... Oh! Hey, we solved it! That's the best feeling when a solution just sneaks up on you. Never Ending Fur, it says, I love the Zombie Island and Hex Girls movies. Yeah, Witch's Ghost was, I think, the first Hex Girls movie. And that one was just genuinely really cool, because it was like... It was just in like a New England town, wasn't it, Salem, Massachusetts? And it just felt weird, because it's like, hey, this feels like if Scooby-Doo came to my town. So we have a slithery, snaky plate, and also this. Mom, 1867, right. That will be important later. Very important later. Look at the bats. I'm trying to think of like... There was a guy who made a really cool video. I forget who it was, but it was all Scooby-Doo villains ranked. And I really should watch it one of these days.
That wasn't just my imagination.
Sure it wasn't, Nancy. Pink Milkshake says, my favorite episode has to be the Haunted House Hang-Up in the OG Where Are You series. Favorite movie will always be Cyber Chase. Cyber Chase was awesome. I remember on the DVD we had of that, there was a little preview for the Cyber Chase game at the end of it, and I thought the game looked so cool, but I never played it because I never had the console. And Haunted House Hang-Up, remind me, that's the one, is that the one with the headless specter? And they like have the weird chase scene at the end with the balloons, because that one always scared the shit out of me. It was a really good one. But there was just a couple of them were like really vaguely named, and that was one of them. Because wasn't there like A Night of Fright is No Delight? Some more pictures of fans. Film reel. I think we'll watch that next time. But yeah, I'm trying to remember because there was one other that I thought that might have been. A Gallop of Gaggling Ghosts was another one. I can't remember if that was the one with the rattling dudes with the chains that they actually did the Supernatural episode on. That might be my favorite episode, whichever one. It was either A Night of Fright is No Delight or a Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts. Those were both really good. And those are the movies that I personally grew up watching. Yeah, they were the best, Massey. I love those so much. I have a good bit of them on DVD, actually. There's probably a couple that I'm missing, though. If you ever see Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers on DVD, buy it, because it's actually a pretty rare find. It's the only one I've never been able to find. But, otherwise, I think we might want to call it there for now. I mean, what are we at? 2 hours and 43 minutes? Yeah, I've got some business to tend to. Might still have time to go hit the gym before I go philandering about Hilltown, Ohio. So I hope you guys had fun today. Next time, I feel like we can probably beat the stream. Of course, we're going to have to deal with the clock puzzle twice, because I'm going to have to get all the endings. But otherwise, menu, save game, Hex Girls Supremacy. There we go. Alright, well, otherwise, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Just Dance, I arrive at the last minute for your streams. Oh, gotta be. I'm so sorry. Let's see. I don't even remember the Scooby-Doo I watched growing up, except that Alien movie. Oh, man. I mean, that was a really good one, though. That was in the era where they had, like, a different band do a cover of the Scooby-Doo Where Are You song. Man, honestly, so much of the Scooby-Doo IPs were solid. What's New Scooby-Doo was great. The Scooby-Doo movies were awesome. The Scooby-Doo show was alright, and Scooby-Doo Where Are You was awesome. I don't know. I could just talk about them for ages. I'm sure we'll be talking about them again on Monday. So, otherwise, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm sorry about the turbulence we had at some parts, but at least things started to mellow out halfway through, and I'm sure we'll be better on Monday. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and don't forget to vote for Holt.